Surprise! Surprise, surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Your boy decided to, oh yeah, shout out to my boy Combo Breaker 99 for sure. Had to wear my Breaker Gang shirt tonight. Show some love for my boy. If you ain't got one, I'm sorry for you. But welcome to No Filter MMA, guys. I feel like it's been a while since you guys have seen my face on a live stream. I'm here, guys. I'm here. Listen, I'm well prepared. I'm ready to talk. I'm ready to talk. Combo, what's up, man? Shout out to my boy Combo Breaker 99 for sure. Yes, sir. What's up, Two Beasts? Two Beasts in the building. What's going on, man? What's up, man? What's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. He said, rep, and now I got to get on camera and rock yours. Yes, sir. Brian Williams, what's up, man? What's good, bro? What's good? Yes, I'm here tonight, man. I turned the camera on and I said, you know what? I don't look that bad. I ain't that bad of an eyesore, Emma. Like, I could turn the camera on a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, got pat, you know, cover my little patch in my beard there, but it is what it is. Marcus Bell, what's popping, man? What's good, bro? What is good in the neighborhood, man? Y'all are in here tonight. What's popping? Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, hey, man, listen. It is open season tonight, guys. It's open. It's open. I feel like sometimes, yes, sir, Brian Williams. Shout out to the brothers in the chat. Yes, sir, bro. Sometimes I feel like I do too many topics. Like I do, you know, it's always about, and we end up talking about other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I said, you know what? I am just going to leave it. Oh, Combo, man, you only can see the top half of me, bro. I'm definitely sitting here in boxers, bro. I just got off work. I took me a hot shower, bro. I'm definitely sitting here in boxers, homie. For sure. But colostrum, bro, I'm with it, bro. Colostrum, listen, bro, I'm with it tonight, bro. I'm all with it tonight, colostrum. Is you with it though? Are you with it tonight? Oh man, let me tell y'all something. For you tequila drinkers out there, I poured me a little glass of tequila, but I love pomegranates. So I took the pomegranate seeds and I popped like 10 pomegranate seeds, boop, 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 like busting them, let the juice come out of them, just to give the tequila just a little bit of a flavor. So this is like pomegranate hinted tequila. And I'm gonna tell you guys, it is just, whew, I love it. Mojo, what's up, man? What's up, Mojo? Mojo in the building. Oh my goodness, guys. We're gonna be live tonight. Y'all see that at the bottom though. Lipsky versus Aldrich is happening. Jazzy versus Courtney Casey is happening. Open discussion. You know what I'm saying? Like those are just a few things, I guess, to like lead it off. You know what I'm saying? But listen, guys, the chat is open. So if you want a link, if you want a link for sure, guys, there's the email address for the link. So you know, if anybody wants a link to talk about whatever we want to talk about, whatever you want to talk about, you know, if you want to say, God, y'all, look at my beard. My beard is turning gray. I can see it on camera. I can see the gray on camera, guys. Oh my good, look at that. Oh my gosh, your boy ain't even old. Don't let that be indicative that your boy is old, because your boy ain't old. Your boy ain't old. My beard just turning gray. Yes, Brian Williams. I like those fights too, man. Those are solid fights. Like they lower level fights, but honestly, they're solid fights. Those are solid fights. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's like, Marcus Bell, you posted in, you know what I'm saying, Coach's Facebook group, the Lions Den group, and you was like, sorry for Lipsky, bruh. Bruh. I'm telling you, bro, JJ Aldrich is chinny. JJ Aldrich, you hit JJ Aldrich on the chin, bro, and she liable to go down. You know what I'm saying? So Lipsky, Aldrich better go out there and grapple Ariane Lipsky, because you know what I'm saying. I don't think she wants to be. I don't think she really wants to be in a firefight with Ariane Lipsky, because even though Lipsky's power didn't mean much against Priscilla Cachoeira, but we're talking about Priscilla Cachoeira, so it is what it is. Brian Williams says, BJ, the type of dude to be on FaceTime looking at himself. Why you say that, Brian Williams? No, come on, man. Don't do your boy like that, bro. Don't do your boy like that, bro. I ain't conceited or nothing like that. Definitely not. No. I done been rejected a lot. Oh, boy. But yeah, man. Yeah, Lipsky, I'll just better go in there with a plan to take Lipsky down and fight that fight with Lipsky, because Aldrich is capable of fighting that fight. Aldrich is capable of fighting that fight. I don't think she's like the most powerful puncher out there. Like, I don't think that you have to be like Priscilla Cachoeira to go out there and do to Lipsky what Cachoeira did to Lipsky. You know what I'm saying? What you pass about? Pass what out? The links? Oh, bro, you can send a link to. You can send an email to. You can send an email to the link and get in there whenever. Listen, I'm taking links in real time. It ain't no set time tonight. It's open season tonight. Lipsky isn't knocking out JJ. I mean, it's possible, bro. I'm sorry, but JJ Aldrich, she goes down when she starts getting hit, though, bro. Like, it's easy to break JJ. Like, it's not easy to break JJ, but we've seen powerful punchers break JJ Aldrich. So I don't think it's a wash for Aldrich, though. I don't think it's a wash. I think that's a competitive fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, they keep giving Lipsky these opportunities of, you know what I'm saying? People want to talk about, Jillian Robertson and Montana De La Rosa, not taking those opportunities, not winning those fights when they get those opportunities. But, you got to throw Ariane Lipsky in there too. You know what I'm saying? Lipsky don't have the best record of passing those tests either. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. And they keep giving Lipsky fights. Like they keep giving Lipsky big fights. You know what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there. Like I'm a straight up fan of Lipsky. That's true, Marcus Bell. Lipsky couldn't knock out Mandy Baum. You're right. I'm not gonna argue with that. My foot is itching, man. I'm not gonna argue with that. She couldn't knock out Mandy Baum. So but I think Mandy's chin is also a little bit better than JJ Aldrich's chin. I mean, some people have chins, some people don't have chins. It is what it is. But I do want to talk about Jasmine Jasudavicius versus Courtney Casey, though. That's an interesting fight. How are you guys? Are you guys feeling like? Are you guys getting like some do or die? Are you guys getting some do or die type of vibes from Ariana? I mean, from this fight. Let's see. Brian, she did. Combo said, you know, oh man, we got two beasts. Okay. Let me see what I can do here, fellas. Let's see what I can do here, fellas. Oh, that fade is popping on camera, though. That fade popping on camera. Sorry, guys. Okay, so reply. Two weeks. Let's see here. Let me get two beasts. Straight two beasts, you confused me by your email because your email says no filter MMA. Let's see. BZA 2B T5 DFB. Let's see. I'm gonna add. Dang it, combo. Your email. There it is. There it is. Yeah, so like what's the vibes that you guys are getting from this fight? Like, who do you got for one, who you guys got winning that fight? Yeah, combo. Aldrich is much more technical. Yeah, she's more technical than a lot of people too. Like she's more technical than Macy Barber. You know what I'm saying? And Macy was able to hit her with a bomb, dude. Like Macy was able to bomb her. You know what I'm saying? Like you just got to be able to bomb JJ Aldrich. You know what I'm saying? That's why Jillian Robinson couldn't beat her because Jillian couldn't sway the fight like that. Oh, okay. Because it just confused me. I was like, wait a minute, what? But yeah, no, you fine, bro. Links have been sent. Links have been sent. Links have been sent. I just feel like Courtney Casey versus Jasmine Jasudavicius. Like, are we excited about Jasmine Jasudavicius? It's like I don't know. I don't know really how to feel about Jasudavicius. Like I don't really know how to feel about her. Like who did she has she beat anyone? Let me look up her record. Let me look up Jasudavicius' record. Let me look here. Let me see. Let me edit my ticker real quick. Okay. Man, let's look up Jasmine Jasudavicius. Jasmine Jasudavicius. I know a lot of y'all were excited about her when she first came. Like A lot of people were excited about Jasmine. Jasmine's busiest when she first got signed to the UFC. Guys, we got two beasts in the building. We got two beasts in the building. What's up, two beasts?
Yo, what's good? Give
What's
me a
good,
sec. I'm
bro?
about to I'm still trying to set this up. Hold up.
It was Natalia Silva she lost. So she beat Kay Hansen and lost to Natalia Silva. So I mean, Natalia Silva, the world beater. Carlo Rodriguez says she is Jessica I 2.0. Oh no, Carlo. Oh no, Carlo, hit that subscribe button though, bro, for sure. Jasmine will be released late next year. Oh my gosh, Carlo. Oh man, he said Jasmine will be released late next year. Wow. Wow. How do you guys feel about that? She's one of those. Wow. Carlo coming in hot, bro. I've never seen you on the channel before, man. Hit that subscribe button. Two Beats, that's some next level shit. She's Jessica 2.0. Lolita says, "You're handsome. Respect no filter." Oh, thank you, Lolita. I appreciate that. Just here listening. Oh, yeah, keep typing for sure. Brian says, Jazzy is cool. She's likable, decent figure. Fighter. Okay, fighter. Okay. Carlos said, I've subbed to you for 2 years. Hey, man, it's good to see you. It's good to see you come through, man, for sure. I appreciate that. I'm glad you caught the live stream. Marcus Bell says, keep in mind Courtney Casey's takedown defense is weak. But is Jasmine that is Jazz the busiest? Is she really like a grappler though? Or is her takedown defense bad? Or is it she was fighting Jillian Robertson? Is Courtney Casey's takedown? Because is Courtney Casey's takedown defense really bad, or was she just fighting Jillian Robertson? Which one is it? Which one is it, guys? Because Robertson makes some girls with decent takedown defense not look like they have decent takedown defense. Is that a thing? Okay. Brian Williams, okay. All right, Brian Williams, I got you. He said it's not great. Okay, it's not great. Two B's, what's popping, bro? What you got to say, man?
Nothing specific to this topic with the two fights coming up, but man, 282 got me a little bit disappointed, man. I ain't gonna lie.
282 is trash, bro.
I wouldn't call it necessarily trash. I'm looking at like maybe one or two of the fights that I'm interested in, like that Ilya Topuria fight. I want to see how he do. And then there's a couple other that I can't name off the top of my head. But it's like, you know, I did
that Bryce Mitchell fight for sure.
Yeah. I did a video on it and I'm like, it's just kind of bugging me, man. I don't know what this trend is coming from. You feel?
What's the trend you're talking about?
With the whole women not being on the card kind of thing. Like,
okay.
Like I did a video when I look back like a good 2 years.
I don't even know you have a channel. I keep hearing you say you do videos, bro, but I don't. Where's your channel? What's your channel called?
Two Beasts. That's it. It's got the green. Space? It's got the little. Yes, two and then a space and then the word Beast. And it's got the green little logo that's attached to my comments and all that. It's probably gonna be way down because I ain't got like a whole bunch of subscribers and whatnot.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna find it though for sure. But go ahead, I'm listening.
But yeah, like I went back a good like 2 years, man, and for 2 straight years, I'm talking like 104 fight cards. Every single one of them had female fight schedule. Every last one of them. Some of like only 2 cards out of that whole 104 the fights fell through and they, officially no fights occurred on the cards. Only 2 of them out of 104 weeks worth of cards, bro. And now, in the past 7 weeks, we done had 2 cards that ain't had a single female fight scheduled. I don't know that.
Go ahead.
That's a bit like strange to me. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, it kind of sucks though when you look at it kind of sucks though when you look at. And by the way, guys, by the way, people, jump over to Two Beasts, jump over to Two Beasts channel and go hit that subscribe button, guys. Do that for our boy Two Beasts. Go jump over to his channel, hit that subscribe button. Yeah, I find it kind of weird, man, not having female fights on the card, because for me it kind of slows things down, because I feel like there's a bunch of fights that could be on this card. Like, my question to be is it like a conscious thing or is it not a conscious thing? What do you think?
That's what's so confusing to me, because of that stat, right? Like, you consciously didn't forget for 2 years. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I was just looking at it like, nah, maybe this is something that I overlooked, and I was like, maybe they do this every like 2-3 months or so, where they go and they don't have 2 fucking years, bro. Like,
yeah.
And I didn't even go past that. It was probably even longer. Like, it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know if it was conscious. And I'm not saying like, maybe there wasn't anybody available, but I just find it like that. And then God forbid, right, if that wasn't like purposely done or they wanted to and couldn't do it, you feel me?
Yeah.
That's even worse. You know what I'm saying? So I'm hoping that they just decided not to, and there actually wasn't like that bad of a lack of availability,
Right.
Like, that's crazy to me. I don't know.
Yeah, man. Combo, what you think? Well, Combo ain't ready. He got his mic muted.
Oh yeah, I'm here. Hey.
Yeah, how you feel about a numbered card, like a pay-per-view card with no female fights?
With no female fights, I think it's kind of a slap in the face, to the women, man. Like, I can't remember who it was that brought it up. They brought up the whole roster, and like, if you got like this, 3 figures of women, like what, up in the over 100, right?
Yeah,
you got
at
like
least
over
75.
175.
At least 75. It could be up to 100.
Yeah, you should have somebody on backup, just even for an early prelim card. I mean, just at least look. I ain't 2 fights, 3. How about 3? How about 3? I mean,
we've had this conversation before. At least like 2 to 3 fights per card.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because I'm looking at the 2 men's cards. This weekend and the next weekend, I think like combined 12 fights got canceled, maybe 10 or 12 fights. Yeah, I think
a lot of fights have been either swapped around or something, even on this card right here. You know what I'm saying? Like Robbie Lawler's out. You know what I'm saying? A couple of other fights fell off the main event.
Hey, 1 second, BJ. Look. Hey, hang on. Look. I'm gonna pull my camera up just for a minute. Look. There you go. There you go. All right.
Bet, bro. Bet.
There you go.
Bro,
there
for
you
sure.
Go.
Yeah.
Just wanted to show you, man.
Yes. Yes, sir. Yes,
That's
sir.
funny.
What was you saying though?
Oh yeah, man. It's like a slap in the face, man, to the women, because you have a lot of women saying they want to fight, and it's almost like the matchmakers aren't pushing. Like, do you think some of these women are refusing to? Like, is it something we don't know? Because Miranda said she had reached out to like 4 women and they all turned her down before she got the Shannon Young fight. So what do you think it is?
Well, we know, man. I mean, we all know how sometimes, I mean, we talk about it a lot, man. Like women, a lot of the females do, turn down a lot of fights.
Yeah.
Like they turn down a lot of fights, bro. I mean, it is what it is. It's just how it is. A lot of them turn down fights, and it happens a lot in women's MMA. You know what I'm saying? And that reason to me could be part of why there's cards like this one where there is no WMMA on it. I mean, you know, if all of these fighters who were, you know what I'm saying, ready to go and ready to, you know, book a fight and have a fight booked, we probably wouldn't have this problem.
But what I don't understand, right? Like with what y'all just said, right?
Yeah.
With all the complaints we get about fighter pay, you would think people would be chomping at the bit, like, hey, is there a fight available? Hey, can I get on this card? Like, you would think with all the complaints we get about fighter pay that people would be having a high sense of urgency to be like, hey, UFC, what you got available for me?
Yeah.
Who's ready? Who's, you know what I'm saying? And then the other part too, right? Let's think about it like this. Let's say it's 75 on the lower end. Sorry for the math, y'all, but I'm a numbers person. Let's say we got 75 fighters signed to the UFC, females. If they're fighting 2 times a year, that's 150 opportunities to put someone on a card, right? I mean, you think 150, and this is just if people fight twice, right? We got 40 plus UFC cards a year. And out of that, we're talking what? 150 opportunities and you got a card with none of these women on it?
Yeah.
And then there's so many complaints about fighter pay. It's just something don't add up. That's why, like I was saying, like I'm confused and I'm concerned in multiple ways, right? On one end, I'm concerned, like, is it the UFC not booking them, or is it the women just saying no? Like, you feel me? Like, I don't know.
It's one of them things, man. Like it's just one of those things, man. And it makes me scratch my head. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, you know, every week I'm looking forward to, even if it's a fight that's not like getting my juices flowing. You know what I'm saying? Like even if it's a fight that's just a fight. You know what I'm saying? Like just a fight. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm down to watch it. You know what I'm saying? This women's MMA, like you know, it is what it is. You know, to me, like when there's a women's fights, it kind of breaks up the card for me. You know what I'm saying? Like they kind of stick out as like hot spots in the card. Because I mean, no lie, like when you got a 12 fight card, you know what I'm saying, it can get kind of, you know, sometimes, you know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
You know, but when you got 3 or 4 women's fights spread out throughout the card, it's kind of like, okay, boom, okay, here we go. You know what I'm saying? Okay, well, 2 more fights, then boom, here we go. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I find myself falling asleep a lot on these cards. You know what I'm saying? Because I love men's MMA and I love MMA period, but you know what I'm saying? I'm a women's MMA guy. You know, it is.
Yeah, yeah. Like it's funny you mentioned that too, because that's another thing that's been in my radar is the length of cards. Because what I'm thinking, like me, I'm gonna tell you right now, is the cards I plan on doing is definitely not gonna exceed 2 to 3 hours. It's not. It's just like, and I'm talking in total.
Yeah.
Every single fight get like no more than 2 to 3 hours, if that. And then what another thing UFC has is a lot of filler, what they refer to in the production where it's filler, where it's like the time in between fights. That's a bit excessive to me. Now, granted, there might be parts of that that's really appealing to the casual side of things, but my thing is like, I'm not even trying to appeal to casual fans. I'd rather stick with the hardcore ones because to me,
like Bellator, bro, you gotta respect Bellator. They boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? Bellator right with it.
Yeah, man. Like it's just so many different things I'm looking at over the past year and just like little details I'm looking at. Okay, we can steal this, we can avoid this. You feel what I'm saying? And man, I'm just in a battle, man. Like I just want to hurry up, start this fucking campaign. You feel what I'm saying? Because I just see so many different things where I'm like, yo, y'all could be doing so much better if y'all did this one thing, appealing to so many different audiences. Like it's just crazy when you like look into like the business side of MMA, and there's just so many different things that could be improved. It's ridiculous.
No, I agree, man. I definitely agree, man. For me, it's just, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're right. There's a lot of filler in between. Like, they don't get to, like, the thing about Bellator, when you're watching a Bellator card, like we're gonna be watching tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're gonna get to the point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, Bellator get to the point, like, okay, next fight. Like, I mean, it's like they go to a commercial and 30 seconds later, man. 30 seconds later, you back at a fight. You got fighters already in the cage. You know what I'm saying? And I have to respect that about Bellator for sure. But yeah, somebody said something a minute ago about what was that comment at? Thoughts on the Liz Carmouche versus Velasquez fight tomorrow. What you guys feeling about that combo? How you feel about that fight, bro?
Oh man. Oh man. I'm just thinking about the
Come on, bro. Let's be real. Now, the combo,
right.
listen, combo, before you start talking,
yeah.
okay, we're gonna be real tonight, okay?
Oh,
Real
tonight. Oh, when was I never not? You got what I
This is
said
the
right there,
best
right?
part of the freaking live right now. Combo versus BJ. Let's get it.
We ain't
Okay.
coming with the combo. We ain't coming with no mess. Listen, I'm feeling good tonight, okay?
All right. I believe. Okay.
I got my pomegranate
look.
infused tequila. I got
Yeah.
the strawberry. Like, bro, let's keep it 100.
Look, just keep on drinking. Do some more. Hey, you won't even care after like a couple more shots, man. You ain't even gonna care what I say, man. I'm gonna tell you the sky is red, and
Right.
you gonna be rocking with it. So it's all
Let's
good.
go. Let's go.
Oh man. But seriously though, Juliana Velasquez, man, I think she's gonna be prepared this time around. And she knows she has to get a finish, I think, over Liz Carmouche. You know, she's got to be different. You know, you can't sit back and let Liz Carmouche dictate the pace. You know, she's got to believe in her counter abilities. You know, she has to push like Valentina did, you know, push that pace at times and be the aggressor. You know, I think she's a little stingy with her striking sometimes. And that's where Liz Carmouche didn't mind taking the chance to get her down. You know, like Liz Carmouche showed me something I didn't know she had it since the Ronda fight or something. You know what I mean? Even though she lost that Ronda fight.
I haven't watched that fight in a while. But didn't Liz Carmouche, didn't she touch Velasquez?
She did touch her. She did touch her a few times in the fight. She did touch her a few times. But I thought, you know, Velasquez, before that stoppage, had some momentum going into it to at least win a decision or maybe, you know, get a stoppage because she hits hard. You know, she hits hard, but she's just kind of stingy, man. So I think with the way Velasquez has been approaching and asking for this rematch, she gonna be ready, man. Now will she win? I don't know. You know, that's a different story because Carmouche, when I count her out, you know, she comes back for some reason. Like when I'm picking against her, that's when she wins, man. But I think it's gonna be a good fight though. The last one was a good fight. Just leading up to that stoppage, which, you know, how did you feel about stop? I thought it was kind of questionable.
I feel the same way about that stoppage as I feel about Glover Teixeira versus Yuri Prochazka. You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't even tight on Glover like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And Glover tapping, you know what I'm saying? And then what's another? Yeah, that one too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like she panicked. I feel like Juliana Velasquez panicked. You know, because I seen that same panic on her face when McFarlane was tossing her around.
He had to work that fight in there somehow.
You know, I got to be real, but I'm just saying, like, she panics when she's like that. Like, she looks panicky when she's in those positions when somebody is holding her. You know what I'm saying, or got her down, or got her to where she can't escape and evade. You know what I'm saying? She looks panicked.
But she still, but Velasquez still won that fight, right? She still came back and won that McFarlane fight.
Nah, bro. No. He didn't come back and win nothing in that fight. Like, she didn't do nothing in that fight, bro.
Okay, you didn't. Okay, I should have waited till you drank a little bit more, man.
He wanted to go out there. This is what Juliana Velasquez fucked up in the Liz Carmouche fight. She wanted to go out there and have that same type of fight that she had with Alima McFarlane, that she had with Denise Killhouse. Okay. You know what I'm saying? She wanted to go have that same type of fight. Right. And Liz was like, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Like, Liz got in her shit. And I said it. I called it. I said, when somebody, for one, I thought that McFarlane got up in her shit. But I said somebody gonna get up in Juliana Velasquez shit, and they're gonna beat the fuck out of her. And that's exactly what Liz Carmouche did. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know that if in one fight, listen, we've seen it 3 fights in a row. We've seen a lazy Juliana Velasquez, that this phenomenal striker that everybody's talking about. You know, so she hit so hard, this and that. She looked like dog shit her last few fights. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like she ain't look. What has Juliana Velasquez? I'm gonna let y'all answer this. What has she done in her last 3 fights that were impressive?
What has she done that was really like groundbreaking?
You gotta think about it.
Got to think about it a little bit. Leading up to the championship, she looked like something. I ain't gonna lie, like she really looked like something. But the Kill Holtz fight kind of showed some holes. You know, showed how she kind of sits back too much. She does hit hard, but she doesn't commit enough. You ain't gonna get me to change her mind on the McFarland fight. She won that fight.
Okay.
I think she clearly won that fight. All right.
Okay.
And no, I ain't been drinking yet. Let me see. But it still wasn't like a standout performance. Okay. Like I'll say that. I thought McFarland won, yes, but was it like groundbreaking? No. Because I did pick her to go in there and dominate or stop McFarland, but it wasn't mind blowing. It wasn't like, oh man, she need to be in the UFC now. You know what I mean? Like
right.
Who was the other fight she had? Okay, Carmouche, Kill Holtz, and McFarland.
Yeah,
so
those 3 fights, she just had, like I've been waiting on this fighter that y'all are talking about. Like a lot of people say she is. Like I saw it beforehand, you know what I'm saying. But now I'm like, okay, well she's championship status now. Like I want to see it, you know what I'm saying. And she ain't showed it. Like if she was scheduled to fight Deanna Bennett tomorrow, I would pick Deanna Bennett to win that fight.
I don't know, man. Like I think it's like it's either the competition that's kind of like making her change, because I think she changed her style or changed her mindset when she got the belt. You know what I mean? Because leading up to the belt, she looked good.
Yeah, she did.
You know, and I'm not saying she was bad in these fights, but she's not looking like she's as dominant as I thought. Like she's not even looking like Tyler Santos level dominant, you know? So really, yeah, man, it's hard to pick against Carmouche going into this fight, because Carmouche is like kind of taking more chances now. You know, now that she's older and this is like her last go around, she's kind of ready to go in there and take chances. So I don't know, man. It's one of them weirds. I'm rocking with Velasquez. Don't get me wrong. I want to see her do something big, man.
Okay, I see you.
Yeah, I ain't gonna look. I'm not jumping off the ship. You know, I'm not jumping off her ship, man.
Hey, bro, that loyalty is there. You gotta have it.
Yeah.
How you feel about it?
Man,
that explains it.
That explains it.
I have no clue who's gonna win that fight, because I for one, full disclosure, like I don't follow them enough to give like a very good, you know, analysis on it. I did see the last fight, but that was pretty much it. I saw Juliana Velasquez versus Liz Carmouche, and that was my only. Oh, and then I saw the Kill Holtz fight as well from Juliana Velasquez. So it's kind of like what y'all said, like a lot of sitting back trying to pick, you know, like the perfect shots to, you know, land or whatever, you know. Like let me ask y'all this, like she reminds me a little bit, just slightly, of like Valerie Lareda and recently Valeska Machado, where it's just like you see their legs and their legs is just constantly going, and it's just constant like just movement.
Who are you talking about?
Like, is it Valeska Machado or no? The one that was just won in Invicta.
Who are you saying reminds you of her?
Like just in the fact, like you got those fighters that sometimes they got like a lot of movement, or they got like they're a little too patient.
Yeah, that's what
and
she
like.
Okay,
yeah.
I see what you're saying.
She doesn't use her legs like a lot, but she just sits back a lot.
It just in that sense where it's just like ready, set, ready, set, and then the go just like, you know, doesn't come enough. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know.
The thing about Juliana Velasquez is Juliana Velasquez is not a dog. That's what she's not a dog. Like Israel Adesanya is not a dog to me. You know what I'm saying? Like he don't have that dog. You know what I'm saying? Like he can get in a fight. You know what I'm saying? Like he can be in a fight, but he don't have that dog in him. You know what I'm saying? And Juliana Velasquez to me doesn't have that killer instinct, and Liz Carmouche don't either. You know what I'm saying? Liz Carmouche to me don't either. But Liz Carmouche, all she had to do was have more of a kill switch than Juliana Velasquez, and you can beat her. That's how I feel.
Who has the dog in the division, BJ?
There's a couple of them.
Uh-oh.
Are you talking about at Bellator 125?
Yeah, Bellator 125, yeah.
The dogs are McFarlane.
There you go.
The dogs are, I mean, it is what it is. McFarlane. What's her name?
Kill maybe.
Not Denise Kill Deanna Bennett and Alejandra Lara. There's your dogs. Maybe even I might even go as far as saying, even though I don't think she's that good, but I've seen her fight into some really tough positions, is Kana Watanabe. I'm gonna give Kana Watanabe a little bit of credit because, you know, she made no, seriously. Wait a minute.
No. Brian Williams.
Kana Watanabe may not be the best. She may not have the best striking, but her ground game is legit, though. Her ground game is legit. And is that crazy to say that, Combo? That Kana Watanabe got a little bit of dog in her?
No, man, I'm laughing at Brian Williams. He said Laura's a puppy, bro.
Yeah. He said Laura's a puppy. Stop playing. Alejandra Lara, I don't know. Alejandra Lara is just off track, man. That's all it is, dude. I don't know what's going on with Lara, dude. She needs to get like, for real. Like Cat gotta have Cat. I mean, they're talking about Cat. Who bringing up Cat Zingano in the stream? Who bringing up Alpha Cat in the stream? I love it.
My bad. I ran whenever you had all that dog talk. I'm sorry. No, I'm just playing.
And on that note, I'm here.
Oh hell, Brian Williams in the building with his 1873 microphone quality.
Let me turn it down.
Nah, it's good right now. It's good right now. It's only when you start moving around in the background.
All right.
That's the only time it gets bad. But anyways, okay. So we're talking about we're talking about the Bellator flyweight division. Isn't Denise Kill fighting tomorrow? Who is she fighting?
She is
Lara Yawani.
Lara Yawani. How y'all feeling about that fight?
I like it, man, but Denise Kill been coming up a little short. I thought she won the Velasquez fight, but she's not delivering like I wanted to, So with the way Lara Yawani's been looking with her striking, oh boy, look at him with that, showing that. Man, put that down. No, with the way Yawani's been looking, I think, man, this might be a slugfest, man. So I think with her boxing, she might give Kill some trouble, but I want to see Kill switch a level or two. I want to see how her ground game looks in this fight, because I think if she wins this fight and she win a title shot, she's going to have to use a good ground game on somebody like Velasquez or Carmouche. So it's just one of them ones where got to just see if she still got it in the mix, because that's 2 in a row. That's 2 in a row on her record that she's lost now. I'm actually looking a little bit more forward to this one than I am the championship fight, or about the same. Yeah, about the same. Yeah.
Okay. I see you, Combo. Okay. I like it, man. I want to see the same thing that y'all been talking about with Denise Kill. Like, I want to see it. I gotta see this kickboxer with this great striking and this. I gotta see it, man. To me, I got to see it. At least one thing y'all can clear about me is that I don't talk about what I see. You know what I'm saying? What I talk about is shit that the fighter has shown me. You know what I'm saying? Oh, there go Brian Williams, y'all. Y'all hear it, right? There go Brian Williams.
What I do? Y'all can hear it. What y'all hear?
Bro, we can hear everything in your background. We can hear your.
I ain't doing nothing.
Well, somebody got some
That's
background.
not me. I'm in my same atmosphere.
Yeah, but they might be two B's.
Nah, it's quiet over here.
Yeah,
Let me take my headphones off.
probably
Nah, you can't hear nothing out here, man.
My take on this fight with Killhouse, I think I see what Combo was saying, but I think she wasn't doing too bad against Kana Watanabe. She just got caught in submission, man. She allowed herself she put herself actually in a bad position and got subbed. But she wasn't doing bad in that fight. I think in this fight you'll see that striker that everybody's talking about in Killhouse, because it should be mostly a striking battle. If one of them decides to change levels and try to get it to the ground or try to grapple, I'll be surprised. I'll be more surprised. I'll be pleasantly surprised if they actually do well. But she didn't get it. I thought she beat Velasquez too, but Velasquez uses a lot of movement and evasion, and she was longer. That was the thing I think that lost her the fight. That Velasquez was just longer, and so she was able to keep her at bay. But I thought Denise did more damage. I thought she definitely, to me, won that fight.
Oh man, you know what's sad too is that this is the battle of Watanabe's daughters, man.
Whoa.
What's crazy is I picked both of them to win
against Watanabe.
Yeah,
but we all picked against Watanabe. I picked Laura against Watanabe. You picked everybody against Watanabe.
And I'm going to pick Deanna Bennett when Deanna Bennett takes on. Shout out to Deanna Bennett.
Absolutely, yeah. I think that she could. Deanna Bennett could cause some problems for some people at that. Do I ever think that she could be champion? It'll be tough to see. It will be tough for her to become champion, because if she fights, if these girls keep fighting the way that they're fighting, she can beat them. You know what I'm saying? But what was that?
Oh man, you know what? That's my stepson, dude.
Oh,
he's playing video games in his room. He's all the way in his room with the door closed. You can still hear that food.
Damn.
You gotta set alarms on them.
But if these girls are fighting if these girls keep fighting the way that they fight, the only hard fight is going to be Les Carmouche. The rematch with Carmouche. Because Deanna Bennett, am I wrong for saying she's kind of hit like a second win?
Yeah, I think so. I think she has, man. Her mind frame is always been go get them, but like her technique is getting a little bit, sharper. She's not so much pushing the same thing, being telegraphed. Like what she did against Laura impressed me,
Yes.
How she handled a bigger girl like that. I mean, Deanna Bennett's not like this tiny thing at flyweight, but what she did against the bigger fighter was impressive to me. I mean, she was banging, man. When did she rock Laura in that fight?
She did.
She caught Laura a couple times in that fight. Yeah, she did. Laura was like a step behind in that fight, dude. Like, I don't know what happened. Like, she fell flat in that fight, dude. Like, and I was expecting, and I even said it to Deanna Bennett, like I was expecting Alejandra Lara to go out there and you know what I'm saying, like brawl Deanna Bennett. You know what I'm saying? Like, if she would have approached Deanna Bennett the way that she approached Kana Watanabe, because I thought Laura won that fight with Kana Watanabe.
I did too.
Yeah, like if she'd approached her like that, because dude, she was rock like that. That fight showed me that Laura got some pop in her punches, man, because she was rocking Kana Watanabe, but she didn't come with that same approach, man. Like Bennett just froze her. Right? I'm gonna have to put
only for tonight
on,
because I'm on the phone. Could you keep it down a little bit? Because
I'm gonna have to.
I thought he told BJ to be quiet. Like, damn, man. I was like, BJ, you better.
No, I'm gonna have to put Alejandra Lara on that list of fighters that have that skill set. They have that potential. They have that everything that they need. You know what I'm saying? But they just not putting it together, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like she's one of those fighters who just isn't putting it together. Shout out to my boy WMMA Scene Now, bro. What's popping, my guy? Yes, sir. Good to see you, homie.
Jump on the line.
Do y'all? Yeah, hop on, bro. You want to hop on? I'm about to repost the email link in the chat. Do the email if you want a link for sure. But who else would you guys put on that list that they have everything that's there? They have it. They have the skill. They have the go after. They just don't have. They just haven't connected the dots. Who else would you guys put on that? In that list?
Aside from Velasquez, in that, you mean in the whole division period?
I'm talking about in women's MMA.
Oh, women's MMA period.
Yeah.
I think Andrea Lee's had it for a long time, but she just never connected it. You know, I think she could have been challenged for the belt, but something's always holding her back, man. Like, I mean, come on, she lost to Roxy 2 times in a row with the skill set that she has. You know, to me, I was like, come on, Andrea Lee. I'm not no big Andrea Lee fan, but I know talent when I see it, you know, and she just hasn't clicked. And I think she knows that too. That's why she said, I'm not leapfrogging over anybody to fight Valentina yet. You know, so she kind of backs my theory that she just doesn't connect the dots, man. Like, she's one that comes to mind.
What about Jennifer Maia?
Jennifer Maia, perfect. That's perfect. Yeah, Jennifer Maia. Those are the ones, I would say.
Who you got, Two Beast?
Yeah, that was the one I was thinking was Jennifer Maia. And maybe a Viviana Araujo. I think she did a lot better with the cardio aspect in her last fight, obviously.
She did improve that. She did improve her cardio.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, she just kind of like, she got outboxed, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I think it's those the main ones that come to mind.
What was the question?
Who else? You know, what other fighters? I said Alejandro Lara. I got a couple more too, but fighters that have it all but just haven't put it together yet, shown us the best versions of themselves.
Oh, okay, yeah. Honestly, I think sticking with the flyweights, I agree with Two B's. I think Viviani has a lot. She just ran up. I think honestly, she ran up against the wrong person in Grasso. Grasso was just too technically good of a boxer for her. But outside of that, I think Yan Xiaonan, man.
Oh, good one, man.
That's a good one, yeah.
I love me some Yan Xiaonan.
And
I like her fighting style. I like her commitment. You know.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that. Yeah, I do like her too. I like her. I just like her style too. The little hat she be wearing. So.
And depending on how she do in her next fight, I think maybe Loopy might have to go on that as well.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's early to tell with Loopy.
Hey, Ravioli's right. JJ
3-3 though.
Yeah. He said Ravioli says JJ Aldridge. Yeah.
That's one I was gonna say
too. Good one.
That's a good one too. Yeah. That's a real good one. That's a real good one. That's a real good one. My first.
We're gonna see in this Lipsky fight.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see something. But the second person on that list that I would say would be Mackenzie Dern. I will put Mackenzie Dern on that list. I think we've seen a better version of Mackenzie Dern, but I still think that Mackenzie Dern can still, you know what I'm saying, like turn another corner. She turned one corner. You know what I'm saying? But we just need Mackenzie Dern to turn that next corner, man. And Mackenzie Dern can be one of the most dangerous fighters in that strawweight division for sure. But for sure, I think if Mackenzie Dern pulled it together, she would become much more dangerous than what she is. And Alejandro Lara, man, I feel like if Lara would just, you know what I'm saying, just slow down a little, settle down a little bit in the fight and not be quite so wild. You know what I'm saying? And then when her wildness doesn't work, she kind of falls flat. You know what I'm saying? Like she loses, like her confidence goes right out the door. You know what I'm saying? Like I really want to see Alejandro Lara like get it together. Like she should be sparring with Alexa Grasso nonstop, like train with Grasso all the time. Let Grasso beat her ass, you know, and like that's what I want to see.
Ain't it crazy? Like out of everybody in that camp, like her, Abigail Montez, Irene Aldana, they all are like sharp with their hands. Like Laura can hit hard, but she doesn't have the same. She doesn't seem like she picks up the same technique. It's almost like she does her own thing.
She's different than the rest of them.
She's different, yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like with Laura, she's more of a brawler than the rest of them. Like they're more like technical. They have great, like very good boxing, all of them. Irene Aldana, Alexa Grasso, like they all have really good boxing. But you know what I'm saying? When it comes to Laura's less of a boxer and more of a striker. You know what I'm saying? Like she's less of a boxer, more of a striker. She's not as boxer heavy as the rest of them.
BJ, could you imagine, man, if her and Dern were fighting?
Who?
Her and Laura.
Dern versus Laura?
Yeah.
Bro, I think Laura would knock her out, bro. I think Laura would hurt Mackenzie Dern. But if Mackenzie, like, Laura's been finished on the ground, but she's tough to finish on the ground. You know what I'm saying? Like the girls who do finish Laura on the ground, like they had to work for it. You know what I'm saying? Like it didn't come to them. It didn't come to them easy, but you know, Dern by any means could submit Alejandra Lara. But on the feet, dude, I think it would be similar to the Marina Rodriguez fight.
Sure. Alejandra Lara is BJ's Bellator Montana De La Rosa.
Nah, chill. Nah.
He gonna rock with her till she dies. It don't matter.
I'm gonna rock with Laura. Yeah, I'm gonna rock
with her till she dies.
I like Laura. Okay, let's see.
I do too.
Let's look at these comments. So Colosseum says Josiane Nunes, she just needs tougher competition. What y'all think about that? That's Combo's girl. He loves that.
Man, yeah, Nunes. I mean, tougher competition. They just need fighters, period. You know, they just need featherweights, period. And you know, we could really see what she has to offer. Like they just really need fighters first to even have competition. You know what I mean? Like if she's gonna fight at featherweight, I think everybody's picking her to beat. What's her name? Dos Santos. Anything can happen. I'm not saying that it's gonna be that one-sided, but after that fight, who else is there? You know, because she was already trying to call out Amanda Nunes soon, and I'm like, see what it does when you don't have competition or don't have the fighters. You know, it's kind of like a free for all. Everybody just wants to reach for that crown, but it's like, what can you do? You know?
Yeah, Norma Dumont would finish Josiane Nunes.
Uh-oh.
Norma Dumont would starch Josiane Nunes.
You better say that for another round with me, man.
Listen.
Wait a minute.
Listen, ain't no reason for Josiane Nunes to start trying to call out, you know what I'm saying, trying to call out Amanda Nunes. You got to get through Norma Dumont at 145 to get to Amanda Nunes. And
look,
that's true.
Norma Dumont starches Josiane Nunes.
No, look, that
starches?
This Nunes stops Dumont from getting to the real Nunes.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I mean,
she gonna have Nunes nightmare.
Thank you, sir. Wait a minute, hold on. No, he said Nunes would take Dumont on the feet. Nah, hell nah. Listen,
I think Dumont will win on the ground. I'll be real on that. I think
Josiane Nunes is not a better striker than Norma Dumont. She is not a better striker than Norma Dumont, and she does not hit as hard as Norma Dumont.
What?
A better striker? She does not
hit as hard. Man, no. Did you see what she did to Bea Maleki's head, man?
Okay,
yeah, that was brutal.
She did take out Bea Maleki.
You see what she was doing to Ramona Pascal? Like, I couldn't believe she was still standing. I mean, look when that one shot landed. Ramona was like, I'm in the UFC right now. She was like, where am I?
Look what Norma Dumont did to Ashley Evans Smith, though.
Okay, I mean,
you gotta think about what Norma done too, though.
Oh yeah, I ain't knocking her skills. I ain't knocking her resume at all. But I'm just looking at Nunes, man. Josiane Nunes, this girl hits hard.
Okay.
This girl got bricks.
Well, Norma
Maybe
got
not the same
too.
quality of bricks as Amanda Nunes, but she get her bricks somewhere.
Norma got bricks too, though.
Yeah.
Norma got bricks too. I'm sorry, man. I can't do it. I can't do it.
All right.
I can't do it.
Who's got the better bricks, Brian and Two Beasts? Who y'all think, man?
Can't say. I ain't qualified, man. I can't say, bro.
Okay.
Norma Dumont is a more accurate striker than
Jocelyn. Probably, but remember, we talked about it last night, Combo. Jocelyn got number one, no neck, hard to hit her chin, can't catch a chin with no neck, and number two, she got long arms and power, and we all remember what Megan Anderson was able to do, right? And so, yeah, I agree with you, BJ. Norma is technically a better striker, and she has bricks. But
Norma Dumont got off the couch to fight Megan Anderson. So, I mean, come on. That ain't the same Norma Dumont. Megan Anderson.
Hey, man. Listen, what Megan did to her was she called her coming in, and Norma didn't see it coming. That can happen any month.
That's because Norma was gassed by that point. Norma Dumont was gassed a minute and a half into that fight. You know what I'm saying? She was lazy. She was flat-footed. We haven't seen a flat-footed Norma Dumont ever since that fight.
All I'm saying is
we've seen an in and out. We've seen an in and out Norma Dumont since that fight.
Listen, you know I love me some Norma, and I'm not saying Jocelyn beats her.
We all do.
I'm just saying I don't see Norma starching Jocelyn. Starching? No, I don't think so. I think it's a competitive fight. I think it's a banger.
Norma Dumont gonna starch a lot of girls though.
Because she didn't start Macy Chase or Aspen Ladd. And Aspen Ladd is wide open.
Well, she didn't starch Aspen Ladd, but she punished Aspen Ladd for 3 rounds.
But starch though, like GDR wrote the book on starching her. I mean, so you got to really say that it's there. Like I think Jocelyn Nunes would starch Aspen Ladd.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say that for sure.
Now, does Norma Dumont have faster hands? Yeah, I think she got faster hands now.
Norma Dumont will pick her out. She would pick her out.
I love Norma. It does not make me feel good to criticize her, but I just don't see Jocelyn getting starched by Norma. I think Norma has shown that as good as she is, as tough as she is, sometimes she lacks the ability to step on the accelerator.
Who?
Norma. She does. That's why. Listen. That's why she didn't finish Aspen Ladd. That's why she got beat by Macy Chason.
No, she stepped on the gas with Macy Chason. She almost knocked Macy out.
So what? She allowed herself to be held against the fence.
Like she rocked Macy Chason.
She did, but she allowed herself to get held against the fence and then try to get off. She didn't show any kind of urgency to get off the fence.
You gotta realize,
blanket of love.
You gotta realize though, when you're talking about 145-pound Macy Chason, you're talking about the best of Macy Chason. And you're talking about when you got Macy Chason at 145 pounds, you're talking about a big featherweight, a big, strong featherweight. So it ain't that Norma didn't fight well. It's that Macy Chason is a legit featherweight. You know what I'm saying?
What it is, BJ, to me, so the reason I'm critical of Norma in that Chason fight is because, like I said, she allowed herself to be held against the fence. She didn't show any sense of urgency and she wasn't doing the right things to get off and reverse the position. She was sitting there looking at the ref, wanting the ref to change position because we all knew Macy was just hanging on, trying to stall the fight. And so Norma sat there and depended on the ref to recognize Macy stalling and break it up, but he didn't. So that's her fault. I blame her. I love Norma, but I blame her for that.
That was
speaking of that fence, man.
That fight right there should have convinced the UFC to, like, you know what? let's make this 145-pound division because that was a good damn fight. Macy Chasson and Norma Dumont, that was like the fights at 100. Why haven't they built that division? The fights at 145 have been exciting, have they not?
Yeah.
145-pound fights are fucking we haven't seen really like a snooze fest. Maybe one or two snooze fest at 145. That's probably all we've seen. You know what I'm saying? We get Felicia Spencer versus Chris Cyborg. What a fight. What a fight. A real 145-pound fight. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was talking. Like, that fight didn't convince you guys to populate this division. You know what I'm saying? Now you got Chelsea Chandler who can fight that type of fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, Chelsea Chandler who can go in here and chin check these girls and put featherweights down. Like, she can put some Chelsea Chandler will be able to put some featherweights down with them slow ass punches. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, them punches land. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't understand why this division hadn't been built, man. All of these fights at 145 have been fucking bangers. Felicia Spencer versus Norma Dumont. What a fight. You know? Jocelyn Nunez starching bitches at 145. Like, what the fuck? Like, let's go. Like, shit. I'm down. With it.
You ain't wrong. It's just, I don't know, man. Like, for whatever reason, UFC do not see the profit. I don't. I mean, I don't know, man. It's difficult.
To acquire.
Y'all keep talking. I'll be right back.
Okay.
We all see it.
Speaking of that fence thing.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, that fence thing. Do y'all know anyone that is like either a fighter or trains actively? Like, I'm trying to figure out this underhook thing, man. Like, I mean, I've seen it countless times, man. When someone gets double underhooks, when their back is up against that cage, their back ceases to be up against that cage within 5 to 10 seconds flat. Like, I urge y'all to pay attention to this. It's like miraculous. Like, as soon as a person whose back is up against the cage acquires double underhooks, their back ceases to be on that cage after 5 to 10 seconds, like at least 80 to 90% of the time. I don't know why it's so underutilized. Like, I will see someone go for like a 50-50 position where they have one underhook on one side and then have a wizard on the other. And then this fight will take place there for 1 minute, 30 seconds, easy, or if not more. When all the fighters should have a basic understanding, like, okay, if my back's against the cage, I'm probably losing in the judge's eyes. I've yet to understand why no one tries to utilize double underhooks when their back is up against the cage. Because every time I see it, 5-10 seconds, easy. They reverse it. Can anyone enlighten me?
Well, I'm not a fighter, but I mean, I agree with you.
Do you mean why they don't use it enough? Like, each fighter?
I just don't understand why they don't utilize it. Because every time I see it utilized, their back is no longer on the cage within 5 to 10 seconds. I've seen it in the Natalia Silva fight. I've seen it in so many different fights, even the male fights. It's like, I don't get it. Like, and they don't even be fighting wrestlers who's like constantly like level changing on them and whatnot. It's just the person is utilizing a body lock and pushing them up against the cage, and they're not even level changing. They're not taking a single. They're not going for a double.
The question again. Say the question again.
What I don't understand from a technical standpoint, from the fighters who have their back up against the cage, right? Why they don't dig for double unders. And like, cause like every single time I see a fighter whose back is up against the cage get double underhooks, they immediately get their back off the cage, bro. I don't know. I don't get why it's not utilized more. Maybe it's, I don't know.
Some fighters aren't good in the clinch. Some fighters don't. Yeah, some fighters don't like that. Dude, clinch fighting is a skill, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, some people are really good in the clinch. Juliana Pena, really good in the clinch. Yana Kunitskaya, really good in the clinch. You know what I'm saying? Those are like clinch fighters. And then you have some fighters who are really not that good in like, well, Valentina Shevchenko is really good in the clinch. Like some fighters are not good. Okay, for example, Mackenzie Dern is not good in the clinch. You know what I'm saying? Jillian Robertson is not that good in the clinch. Macy Barber is looking a whole lot better in her clinch. You know what I'm saying? Like her clinch game, like Macy Barber's clinch game is strong. You know what I'm saying? But some fighters don't have that clinch IQ. They don't know to do that. They don't know to dig those underhooks. You know what I'm saying? DC was talking about it one time. DC is the king of the underhook. The underhook is why DC knocked out Stipe Miocic. You know what I'm saying? So you want to talk about underhooks, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and Dominic Cruz talks about it too. I'm not people. The digging those underhooks are not used enough. You hear that a lot.
I just don't understand though. Like from a coach's, like you got your coaches out there. This is your coach, right? Like you telling me a grappling coach or a wrestling coach, why would they not be screaming like double underhooks, double? Like how do you not? Like are they fearful of the strikes over the top, like the elbows or something? Like it's just so mind-boggling because I see
like
it
I said,
every time.
I'm with you to these. And I think what it is because what BJ is saying is true, but I think 2B's point is, listen, you at the UFC level in the cage fighting MMA, you should know basic fundamentals of mixed martial arts in the cage, right? And double underhooks and fighting for underhooks when you press against the cage is part of that. So it's not. I don't think it's that they don't understand the fundamentals, but different levels of fighters, have different levels of capability in implementing those tactics in the heat of the moment, right? And sometimes it might be anything from fighting off something else so that you can get to the double underhook. And then you also got to consider that the opponent is fighting for the same thing. They want to keep they want to keep their underhooks and prevent you from getting underhooks. So it's a chess match in there, and it looks, to us on TV, it might look like they're, a simple thing to do, and sometimes it is. But at the same time, they're fighting other things. They might be fighting, someone trying to, get an outside trip on them, right? They might be fighting leg position. They might be fighting head position. So I think it's just a different level because we all see it. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm like you, BJ. People criticize DC, but DC is excellent at walking you through the grappling exchanges. And so I appreciate DC for that. And that's where I've learned. Man. I'm not a fighter, dude. I'm not a fighter. But I see all that stuff because DC and Dominic and other commentators have, pointed at that kind of stuff. Even as Coach called him Joe Rogan, even Joe Rogan points out some good things. But anyway, I think it's just, different levels of skill and different levels of ability to put it all together in the cage in the heat of the moment. Because I think they all know about it.
Yeah, it must be like the heat of the moment kind of thing.
Hey, real quick, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
It's a comment that Mojo made a while back. He said that Carmouche has been petitioning Bellator to open up the 135 division, and so when he clarified that to me, he asked the question: if Bellator does open the bantamweight division, how do you think it will affect the UFC's bantamweight division, good or bad?
I don't think it would affect. Oh, go ahead. My bad.
No, go ahead. I'm asking the question.
I don't think it would affect the UFC's bantamweight division at all because, you know what I'm saying, the flyweight divisions didn't get affected either. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't think it's really going to affect the UFC. I think you'll just see some featherweights. I mean, you'll see some flyweights move up. You know what I'm saying? And you could. I mean, well, I see what you're saying about like getting new fighters. And in that aspect, I think it will affect the UFC. But as far as like anything else in any other way, I don't think it would affect. the UFC at all. What do you mean by that? Like, tell me what you mean by it, because I'm confused.
I mean, yeah, UFC's bantamweight division got problems without somebody else even trying to make the bantamweight division, right?
No, I think that's what he was getting at.
That's a very valid point.
What he was getting at. I think that's what he was getting at in terms of because we've been talking about it tonight, how the UFC bantamweight division is struggling, and we aren't getting a lot of bantamweight fights, man. We aren't seeing those lower level bantamweights fight really at all, and so I think you might be getting at, will we see, if Bellator opens up a division, a 135 division, will we see UFC fighters, moving on to Bellator in hopes of getting better fights and maybe even a better shot at having a belt?
I wouldn't be surprised to see UFC fighters go to Bellator, because we've seen a lot of UFC fighters leave and go to other organizations. Like, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised by it anymore, especially after seeing Shane Burgos leave the UFC and go to PFL. Like, I mean, we're talking a top 10 ranked featherweight. You know what I'm saying? One of the best featherweights in the division leaves the UFC and goes to PFL. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what is going on? Like, I'm excited to see Shane Burgos fight. You know what I'm saying? These Yair Rodriguez. You know what I'm saying? And Bryce Mitchell. Like, I want to see shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And he leaves the UFC and goes to PFL. I'm like, what is going on? So I wouldn't be surprised at all. No, not at all. Hello?
They might if they start one, they grab all them other Russian girls that were in the bantamweight division, where they coming from, and they might go ahead and grab Tanisha Tennant too as well.
Hey,
because Karina Rodriguez, they snatched her up.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did snatch up Karina Rodriguez. Yep. What do you guys think about McFarlane versus Carmouche for the inaugural belt? That's what Carmouche is saying. Like, the inaugural 135-pound belt. That's what I want to talk. That's what I want to hear y'all talk about. McFarlane and Carmouche are on a collision course anyways. So they're going to fight, whether it's at 125, whether it's at 135, they're going to fight. So how do you guys feel about just that matchup, period?
I think it would be like a technical ground fight. I don't think it'd be anything like explosive, I don't know, man. Like, I never thought of them two fighting, like,
yeah,
let alone 135. Like,
right.
I don't know what McFarlane could offer at 135. I know her downtime, she gets a little bit thicker, but I'm not really seeing her as like a bantamweight. I could see Carmouche going back to 135, but that's something I had to think about.
Hey, combo.
I see that fight happening at 125 though.
Yeah,
I see it happen at 125. I think it's different. I think 125. I do think that 135 could kind of benefit McFarlane, because she does carry a lot of weight. Like, she does have to like methodically bring herself down in weight, you know what I'm saying, to make that 125-pound limit. You know what I'm saying? But Liz Carmouche might be stronger. We ain't seen McFarlane at 135. We've seen Carmouche at 135. You know what I'm saying? So who knows? But at 125, man, that's a good fight. That's a good ground fight at 125 for sure. But I think McFarlane has the advantage on the feet, though. I think she's a better striker than Liz Carmouche.
I don't.
You don't? Okay.
No, I think at 135 for sure. I think Carmouche. I'm not going to use James Perez phrase "easy work." I'm not going to say it's going to be easy work, but I think Carmouche fairly convincingly beats McFarlane at 135. At 125, you're right. I think it's probably a little bit different, but I still think Carmouche has enough to beat McFarlane. Also, BJ, you know better than I do, but I'm not 100% convinced that McFarlane is committed to being back in the fight game. I'm not there yet.
those questions have already been.
She had a good showing in her last fight, but
she's already addressed that. She's back. She just was down because she lost 2 fights in a row, coming off of being undefeated. McFarlane, I won't question her want and her hunger to fight because she's ready to fight. She's ready to fight. She already said it. She said, I'm here to fight. I'm ready to do it. I'm ready to get my belt. So I'm down. I'm down with it. Like I can't question it, bro. Like, before she fought her last fight, you could have said that and I would have agreed with you. But hearing her words after her last fight, man, it's just like, okay, that's what I needed to hear from her. That's what I needed to hear.
Does she have an opponent lined up yet, or does she like have a time period where she's coming back?
Well, last I heard, she was ready. She was like, "I'm looking for it. Like I've told Bellator I'm ready to fight." She posted on her story. She was like getting ready to fight. Like I'm ready to fight.
Deanna need to call her out hard then.
Yeah, Deanna Bennett needs to call her out hard because that's the fight that should have happened. Did McFarlane duck Deanna Bennett, y'all?
You tell us. That's your girl.
I thought the winner fights the winner, like I said before, but she fought Justine Keech, right? When Deanna Bennett beat Justine Keech, right?
I wish I could show y'all something, man. Like I wish I could I made a post on Instagram, you know what I'm saying like, yo, tagging these fighters, saying like, yo, I'm ready to go. Let me see if I can mirror this screen real quick because let me see so y'all can see the names. There we go. I'm gonna mirror it right quick. Look at the name that looked at it, guys. Alejandra Lawrence. She loved it. Y'all see that, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me go up. Look at all the names that looked at it. Oh shoot. All right. Look at all the names. Wait a minute. Let me find the blue check marks.
Okay, I see Pam Bam. Shout out to Pam Bam.
Yo, Pam Sorensen. Wait a minute. All right. Look, boom.
Pam could lose 100 fights. I still love her.
Look at this. But just check how these fighters move, though. First person to look at it, right?
Oh.
Okay.
See what I said is true.
Look at this, y'all. Look at this. Look at this.
Alejandra is your freaking Bellator.
Respond to your boy's story. You know what I'm saying? Like, respond to your boy's story and be like, yo, let's do an interview. Like, I'm tagging you, yo. Like, I'm like, yo, let's do these interviews, yo. Like, let's get on here and talk. Like, I'm trying to talk to Grasso. I'm trying to talk to Blanchfield. I'm trying to talk to Juliana Pena. Like, I'm trying to talk to these fighters. You know what I'm saying?
Do it, BJ.
Here's how it
works, bro.
I think Laura's English is good enough for her to get on a podcast and talk. Like,
but look,
I'll make the questions simple. You know what I'm saying? Simple questions.
Look, here's how it worked, though, BJ. Look, you want to do an interview and they all see it, but the only time they really respond to people is when they put some type of thirsty comment up. Then they like try to expose that person. Like, why do you waste your energy on crap like that when somebody's actually trying to reach out and promote you?
Right. That's what I'm saying, man.
And I hope any fighter listening hears what I said right now. I don't care who hears. I'm like, stop posting. Do you need to feel good about yourself? Is that why you post a thirsty comment up, like a Megan Anderson or whoever? Hey, I say it to your face, because it's like, why respond to something negative when you got somebody trying to promote you, which is what you really need right now. I'm just saying.
I'm trying to get them, bro. Like, I'm trying to get them. Like, I want to talk to them. Like, I want to know, you know what I'm saying? It gets to a point where, like, we can talk about what we think they're going to do, whatever. I want to hear from the horse's mouth, bro. Like, I like to hear shit from the horse's mouth. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted to talk, like, Deanna Bennett been looking good lately. You know what I'm saying? I said, let me hit her up. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. That's Brian Williams. Like, Deanna Bennett, I had to get her on the show. You know what I'm saying? We heard it all. We heard it all from the horse's mouth. You know what I'm saying? We heard every bit of it from the horse's mouth. You know what I'm saying? So that's the type of shit I want to hear. Like, I want to ask Alexa Grasso, like, yo, Alexa, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people want to know, why you didn't call out Valentina Shevchenko after your fight. Like, I want to ask these questions that y'all want to know the answers to. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to know the answers to these questions. I want to know the answers to these questions. I think some of these fighters don't. I think they got questions. They got stuff that they don't want to answer to. How y'all feel about that? Because I'm showing them. When I tag these fighters in these posts, you know what I'm saying? I'm showing them, yo, No Filter MMA on YouTube. I'm showing you what I'm, where I'm at, where you can go watch me. You know what I'm saying? And it just seems like they don't want to be asked certain questions, bro. That's what I feel like.
Hey, maybe it's like what Eric Hawani posted. Wasn't Patty? Was that who was it? Was it Patty Pimlet trying to say you got to pay me to do an interview or something like that?
Wow.
Was it him? Wow. Was it Patty Pimlet? It was somebody because he had the receipts for it too. He was reading through it. I was like, man, I tell you, look, any WMMA fighter, look, I love the game, I love sport. I ain't paying you nothing to promote you, okay?
Right.
I'm promoting you right now, so I ain't paying you nothing.
Right. Combo said I ain't paying you nothing.
I mean, I already got people interested in y'all, some of y'all fighters out there. Same with BJ has, he's actually got fans in the stream right now that never heard of certain fighters that are actually going back and say, well, I like this person. Thanks, BJ.
Right.
There's your payment.
Right.
I ain't cash nabbing nobody.
Stamina said, yeah, it was Patty.
Yeah, it was Patty. Yeah, that's wild that Patty would say that. Like,
now, I will say this. If a fighter is down and they need the money, I would do that, though. Like, fight. If you need help with a fight camp, yeah. In that sense, I will. But not for no interview. Not for no interview.
Yeah. Yeah.
I earned this money.
But Patty, you know what I'm saying, the competition that Patty is fighting is only getting stiffer, you know what I'm saying? So Patty better be careful before he comes. You know what I'm saying? He doing all of this fame, he didn't got his. It seems like all these people from Liverpool, they go get their teeth done. Like Darren Till got his teeth done, Molly McCann got her teeth done, not Patty that got his teeth done. You know what I'm saying? So they didn't got their teeth done, you know what I'm saying? All of a sudden they think they something. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, BJ.
What's up?
I'm a dentist.
Molly's shit looks
terrible. Yeah.
You've seen
Molly's teeth look terrible. They don't look natural at all. I was watching her interview of hers today. I was like, oh my God, who did that to her?
Wow.
Hey, Patty got his new teeth too. Darren Till got his new teeth. Like all the Liverpool people get their new teeth done. No offense to anybody from the UK. You Stamina MC. No offense, bro. No offense, bro.
Damn.
But like, get some nice looking veneers. Don't get the damn veneers. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what they look like. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, yeah, that's wild. Pat said, but yeah, I just want to talk to him, though. Like I just want to talk to him. I just want to see what they got to say. You know what I'm saying? And just talk to him. Like let y'all hear what it is that they got to say. I have a way of like getting these fighters to open up somehow. Like did I expect Deanna Bennett to open up the way that she did? No. Pam, if you follow Pam Sorensen on Facebook, Pam is like a hermit crab. You know what I'm saying? Like she is in her own little bubble. You know what I'm saying? But when Pam comes on No Filter MMA, she opens up and you see Pam Sorensen. You know what I'm saying? So, I just want to it's like Montana De La Rosa. I know y'all tired of hearing me talk about Montana, but you know what I'm saying? Like she's a very like cold person. Like I hate to say that, but like Montana personally is like very cold. Like when people are interviewing her, she's just like these one-line answers. Like, and I just feel like Montana don't want somebody that can crack her open. Like, well, I'm trying to crack her open. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's why she hadn't done an interview with me, to be honest.
You know who gives a good interview? Macy Barber does.
Yeah, and I hit up Macy, but Macy's the type of person, like I listened to her interview she had with James Lynch, man. She don't even look at DMs because she didn't have so many creepers. Like she had that stalker situation. So I probably won't ever get that Macy Barber interview, but I will give you Macy Barber for sure.
I had a fighter.
What about management?
Hey, like 2 years ago, I had a fighter I reached out to once, and they responded like 2 years later. I was like, That's exactly why I was like, I was flatline. I was like,
2 years later, okay, yeah, sure, let's schedule it.
yeah.
I'm telling y'all, that's like that girl, man. I'll never forget. Combo ain't gonna say no name,
No,
but I'll say a name because this is no filter MMA, and I have no filter. But Jesslyn Michelle, of all people, Jesslyn Michelle, like
who the hell is that?
Thank you.
exactly. You know,
Jesslyn
if she
Michelle
if she did an interview,
PFL
you would know.
She just joined PFL, but I seen her fight on King of the Cage. I actually went to a King of the Cage event and I saw her. She fought and she won. Man, she was like, you know what I'm saying? Like grappler heavy girl. Like I like you. Y'all know I like that. Very, very low level fighter. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'll get, I'll interview those fighters too. Like Dakota Zimmerman, I interview her. Like I'll interview some low level fighters. I love it. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, "Oh, I don't really do interviews like that." Like she brushed it off. Like this was like 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So when she got in the PFL, I hit her up again. I said, "You know what, BJ? I'm just gonna do it again." You know what I'm saying? And then she was like, she hit me back. She was like, we'll see how it goes before I do any interviews. And I'm like, lady. Then I see her, then I get on YouTube and I see her interviewing with these big podcasts. You know what I'm saying? And I said to myself, like, I have interviewed people that are on the level that you could only dream to be on. Like, you dream to be on that level of Tatiana Suarez. You dream to be on the level of Curtis Blades. You know what I'm saying? Like, who do you think you are? Like, who do you think you are? That was it. You know what I'm saying? That's all I had to say about it. Like, who do you think you are? Like, you ain't nobody special. I'm trying to give you some light. You know what I'm saying? Because your run in PFL is
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Can't even say. Ain't no words for it.
Yeah, man. I'm about to start closing this thing down here in a little bit.
Okay.
I do want to talk real quick, man, about how y'all feeling about Zhang Weili. She is hard pressed. Listen, we got Zhang Weili calling out Valentina, and then you got Taylor Santos calling for what was it? UFC 283. She said she wanted to fight Valentina in Brazil. Is that right?
She want to fight her now in the parking lot.
Yeah, thanks. Taylor want to take it to the streets for sure. Like she want to take it to the streets. But is it? I think she said 283 in Brazil or something like that. It was
It was like 283.
How y'all feeling about these fighters calling out Valentina? Are they seeing Valentina as work?
Well, first off, with the whole Valentina Weili thing, it's just one of them things, man. When somebody says, "Oh, do you want to climb Mount Everest one day?" Yeah, sure, I'll do it. It's on my bucket list. Do you want to see the Grand Canyon one day? Yeah, sure. It's kind of like that. Like, it's not in her reach right now. It's not in her reach, and I think she's just trying to live up to the fighter's code of saying I'll fight. So I can't get bent out of shape when she says she wants it. So however Weili fanboys or Valentina fanboys see it, I'm like, just take the question the way she is. Just listen to it one ear out the other. I don't think there's anything to take from it because she's not ready for it. If the UFC does push it, I think we can all just say it's because of the money, and that's it. But she's got a long way to go before she fights somebody on the level of Valentina. Not when you got Lemos and Rose and Andrade rematch. I love to see her Andrade rematch before she even set foot in the cage of Valentina.
How y'all think that go?
Oh, Andrade versus Weili?
Yeah.
I'd still go with Weili, but that's how dangerous it is. It's still 50-50. That's why I want to see it again, so she can really solidify it. But that's interesting. But everybody point the finger at Ariel Helwani. He's the one asking these questions. You know what I mean? Like, even the third Rose fight, he put all of them words in her mouth and she just answered back and said, "Oh yeah, Rose needs one more fight." He said all of that, so she's just kind of reacting off of it. But I agree with her. I don't want to see a third Rose fight. Rose ain't earned it. Go fight one more fight. Amanda Lemos got 2 in a row. Let's see that fight.
Yeah, the media is like super annoying with that crap, man. Where it's like they got like the loaded question, where it's like they'll already determine the narrative that they want out of this question, and then by the time we get to the point where the fighter's gonna answer the question, it's like, well, fuck. No matter what I say, you've already laid this shit out. Like that's why, like, I think it was Brian that commented when I had posted this shit about the interviews, where it's like, I wish they would do more. Just kind of like BJ saying, like, you know, I just genuinely want to talk to them. Like, we just want to get interviews out of them because it's like we don't have much to go off of, right? We have like training footage that they may or may not post, and then he does a piece on them or something, if that, and then that's it. Like, all we have really is the interviews and their Instagram posts. So when they do these interviews and then we all of a sudden have the asshole media person who wants to fucking get clickbait, it's like, well, this is the reason why we can't get interviews out of people, because media is so fucked up, bro. It's all about the clickbait shit.
Yeah, because even like
headlines,
he's still talking about her haircut now. You know, Ariel Hawani brought up the haircut. I'm like, man, she got that done a while ago, man. Ask something relevant. You know,
right.
Right.
Yeah, that was some stupid
That was so dumb.
I'd rather you ask what flavor popcorn she like before you talk about her haircut.
Right. Yeah, that was stupid shit.
The other thing that gets on your nerves, man, is like, you know, it's a combination. It's like, number one, there's the actual interview, and when rational people actually take the time to view the interview and hear what was really said, versus people who like hear that an interview happened or click the clickbait, look at the clickbait, and then just go off on whatever the clickbait was as if it was informative at all when it really wasn't, and it doesn't really speak to like what the fighter actually said. And there's people who didn't click the link, and so know what the fighter says. There's those people, and then there's people who actually did and still spin a faulty narrative. Right, it's just these media folks, man, and freaking fans are just crazy sometimes.
Yeah. See, like when Whaley say something, it's different. Like when I see a headline with Macy Barber saying Erin Blanchfield's an okay fighter, she ain't all that, I know she said that. You
right,
know?
That's what I'm saying.
But even then, I'm
when we saw these videos that James Lynch was putting up with these titles, I knew right when I saw it, Macy Barber said that shit.
Right. But even then, I'm gonna watch it just to make sure. You know what I mean? I just want to watch it to make sure he ain't flip it. But yeah, like I know that's for a fact. That's her words. But he knows he can take advantage of somebody who's still learning English and just, you know, throw a bunch of words and she'll just say, oh, okay, yeah, fine. You know?
It's always an agenda, you feel what I'm saying? Like, no one just goes into an interview. Like, at least 90% of motherfuckers that's out there interviewing people, they don't go into that interview without an agenda, like a direction in which they want to steer the conversation. At least like the bigger ones, you feel what I'm saying? Because they know they have to get a certain amount of ratings. They want to get a certain amount of views. They want to get a certain amount of whatever, attention, traffic. It's all traffic driven. So whatever punchlines and whatever like headlines they can dig out of these questions by the way they phrase it and all this, that, and other, they're gonna do the shit, because a lot of them, their main motivation is the traffic, is the numbers. You know what I'm saying? So because that's the nature of the business, that's what's gonna end up happening a lot of times.
Good point, man. That's a good point. Yeah. So how y'all feeling? Like, well, anyways, I'm just looking forward to
Coach in the building. Sorry, my bad.
Where's Coach? Yeah, I seen Coach in the building, man. Yes, sir. Shout out to Coach Shelton Harrison, man. For sure. What you had 10,000 and something subs now, ain't you, Coach? Like, congratulations, man. That's so great. That's great. That's great, man. Congratulations. He's like 10,000 plus subs. You know what I'm saying? Good job, coach. Like that's the real shit right there. Man, these comments are flowing, man. I can't keep up with them all. Y'all are
good problem to have, dude.
Say what? Oh,
that's a great problem to have.
Yeah, that's a great problem to have. Yes, 15,000. Yes, sir. Good job, coach, man. That's good shit, man. That's
15,000 now. Oh, okay.
15,000.
You getting on the 20, man. That's what I'm saying. You know,
hell
and,
yeah.
you know, hey, you keep on. Look, he doing it without interviews. That's what I'm saying. Like, see, they don't understand. Like, these fighters don't understand like what they miss out on whenever you got, you know, like platforms right here that talk about WMMA. You know.
Yeah.
Doing it without interviews.
Right.
But there's another part of that too. It's the lack of the education.
He said 1,500. What you talking about, coach? No, you got 15,000.
What you talking about, Willis?
1,500. You owe me $1,500. What you talking about, coach?
Yeah, you trying to give out 1,500, right?
1,500.
Okay. This says Whaley don't disrespect no one like ever. She was even surprised how much fans booed Carla. True. James says bullet thing is just to test herself against the best. Rose just let her get a fight to get her confidence back. True.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Let's see. So, but anyways, guys, I'm about to close this thing down. We've been on here almost 2 hours. It's been real, guys. This has really been real. I'm gonna have to do some more of these open topics. I'm gonna do more of these open topics because these I gotta see that first.
What do y'all think about the last fight of the year? Corey McKenna and Cheyenne Valismas.
I got Corey McKenna.
Interesting.
I got Corey McKenna for sure.
Oh yeah, I know you do for sure.
I mean, Cheyenne is good, man, but I mean, I don't think she pulls the trigger like Corey McKenna. Like Corey McKenna pulls the trigger on fighters, though.
Cheyenne was kind of annoying me with her trash talk, but now I like it.
All right, okay. I like it since day one, man. The trash talk is awesome.
Man, I tell you one thing, man. That clip, that Montserrat Ruiz fight, the way somebody edited that thing together, man. She better watch that every day if she want a piece of humble pie. I'm just saying.
Nah, she mentioned that in her last interview. You know what I'm saying? She was talking about how she went, she's been working and stuff like that because of that first fight.
Exactly. So, yeah, because that was, that's what I'm saying. Like when you talk before you actually perform, that crash is much harder. Crash is much harder.
Yeah, eat them words, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shoot, the Montserrat fed that humble pie to listeners. I hope she learned from it.
I like listeners though, man. She like, I don't know, man. Something about like her attitude in that cage and just like how she fights. I don't know, something about it. Like I don't know. I think she's like if she puts stuff together, you know what I'm saying, like and just improving certain areas, obviously the grappling and stuff like that, I think she could do pretty decent.
I don't know, coach, man. Like I think she had like an injury, but she looked like she's back training. She looked like she's back into training now, but yeah, she was out for a while because of a knee injury or something like that. I hope she can come back though.
Yeah, I hope she can too. Well, I mean, I could go on a hunt. I mean, I found Veronica Macedo.
Right. I was gonna say, BJ, you can't close it down because you completely skipped over the Macedo.
Yeah,
I found Veronica Macedo. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I can go on the hunt, but I ain't going to hunt for Montserrat Ruiz if y'all need me to.
That's some next level spook shit, BJ. Find Macedo.
I don't know, man. I'll be short on that though. With Macedo, it's gonna be like a new comeback for her. I mean, it's just like Melissa Gatto just got signed. You got to show me something. You know what I mean? Like it's like starting over again because she didn't necessarily leave with the best, reputation as far as
1-4. She 1-4, bro.
Yeah, 1-4. So it's like she's starting over again. I mean, I hope the best for her. I hope the best for her, but she left with some concussion issues too.
Mhm.
You know, so yeah, you know, the best for him.
Hey, BJ, James Prez has a question.
Okay, I
Don't
see
answer it. Don't answer it. Don't even look at it. Don't even look at it.
Yo, James Prez is so entertaining to me, man. The faithfulness, the loyalty is just like, it's just awesome, bro.
That's how I feel. To be people can't stand James. I love him. That's my dude.
Dude, I love heels, bro. James Prez understands how to be a perfect heel. I don't know if he's legit trying to, you feel me? But like, he just has all the like the talent to do it. Like, he just knows how to do it.
Because it's really Wmma behind that account.
Facts. Oh my God, that's funny.
Yeah, she fighting Jazzy Vicious, right? Courtney Casey fighting Jazzy.
Yeah, she fighting Jazzy Vicious. Yep. Man, the comments blowing up. Y'all crazy, man. Reggie the Tree. Shout out to Reggie the Tree, man, for sure.
That's right. We gotta keep the traffic going. They talking now, but you gotta entertain.
Man, I see. I'm cutting my camera off. Though. That's crazy, man. Like, yeah, I see that y'all trying to keep me up all night. Y'all trying to blow up in the comments now. Like, damn.
So hell will work tomorrow, BJ.
Lolita keeps saying that's why we need to see Nunes versus Nunes. Stop saying that. Stop saying that. Why you think Lolita keeps saying this, y'all?
Because she want to see somebody get hurt. She want to see a real fight. She want to see a scrap.
No, she don't want to see somebody get hurt. She want to see Amanda get hurt.
Oh yeah. Let me be specific. Yeah, because she rocked with Josiane, so she want to see Amanda give that featherweight belt up. Yeah.
She want to see Amanda Nunes get knocked out.
I just want to see Amanda Nunes, period, man.
Me too.
Win, lose, or draw, like, because that means hopefully that either bantamweight or featherweight has some type of movement going on. If the champion's fighting.
Y'all talking about me with the all caps. James Perez is the caps king, boy. I'm telling you, the one. He only writes four words in all caps.
I bet you James' pinky finger's growing out to the left now because he be reaching over so much.
I'm telling you, bro. But he only gonna write the one and fake goat in all caps. I'm telling you. It's the only four words. The one and fake goat.
Mm-hmm.
Those are gonna look.
Here we go.
There you go. Old hook finger. Look at old hook finger. You like how he switch it up? Look. Right in the middle of typing, old hook finger hit that shift. Just to write in the goat, the real goat. He don't even hit the caps lock button. He used shift the whole time. Because he really wanted to get it out there. That's why he just so mad. He's like, oh man, I can't stand you.
What up, Coach? Miss you, but my comments don't come up in your lives anymore. But it's good to see you. Stay encouraged.
Oh.
He must have been to say, Reggie, you are a moderator. Oh, I say Reggie's a moderator over there. Reggie got a wrench over there.
Oh man.
I think Reggie the Tree will be first moderator of Coach's channel. But you might have to take him off as a moderator and then put him back on as a moderator because he's been a moderator for so long on your channel. That might be what you have to do. All right, y'all. So James Perez says, okay, you don't want to answer the first question. No problem. Let's get to the real question. The GOAT. The real GOAT. You remain undefeated at 125 and own these girls for 3 more years at least. True or false?
I might say false.
James is the only guy here who actually writes how he talks too. Like he actually emphasizes every word the same way when he talks. Like he's gonna say the real question the same way.
He's gonna say
he's the real goal.
Combo going in on him, man. That's crazy. I don't care though. James is just entertaining to me, man.
Yeah, he's
He keep
respect James. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man,
James is the GOAT for real. Like I'm telling you, man, you ain't gonna.
Yeah, now Valentina is James.
Hey, Coach said link, not link. Read Coach's comment. Oh man, that's hilarious.
You know, but y'all know I ain't getting James in for him to start hollering the GOAT, the real GOAT. All right. Coach said, Coach. Oh, link. He must mean link you in every chance I get. I know.
Oh, yeah, I was about to say pause, Coach. Oh yeah, look at that word. It don't look right there.
On combo live stream. What?
I ain't block nobody. I don't block anybody.
Wow.
Hold on,
really?
Hold on, let me see. I'll check now because I don't block anybody. So I think nope, not blocked.
Yeah.
Nah, YouTube just ridiculous, probably.
Yeah, it's been a couple people who like later on was mentioned in comments to your live stream videos that like they were in the chat, but no, their comments weren't showing up, and I was like, wow, really, you were there?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't see them at all.
Yeah, because I don't even pay attention to the YouTube when I'm doing it. Like I'm actually looking at StreamYard, you know. So by the time somebody writes something on YouTube, it'll show, and if somebody blocks that person, I don't see it on StreamYard.
Huh.
You know what the delay is like seconds or?
Well, I know some people comment on my channels and say my comments didn't show up, and I'm like, I wonder how. I wonder why their comments aren't showing up on my page. Like it's kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the people are writing. You know, my comment. I think Lolita wrote one time, my comments didn't show up or whatever, and I was like, really? Somebody, I think Lolita thought I had, or either it was Love Kimberly one. They thought James, I sent you a link, by the way. They said that their comments weren't showing up on my videos.
I tell you whose comments I do see, all 3,000 of them.
James Perez, you ain't gonna, for some reason you just ain't gonna miss no James Perez comment, man. Like that comment goes through. That comment goes through.
You can't miss them. Like, listen.
All I see
is I still have my screen up last night. After we finished the live with Combo. And I came back to close it down with the check them off, and came back to close down. James Perez was still commenting in the chat when everybody was gone. No. I was like, man, I need to screenshot this and somehow get it to James so he can understand what we be talking about.
No, bro. Please tell me what he was still commenting.
Somebody give him a raise. He working overtime.
Hey, Square Business, you can, if you go back and rewatch the live streams, now it didn't used to be, but now you can still see the chats in the when you replay the video. Oh man!
Oh, hold on, they got the timestamps back. I remember they took away I remember they took them away for like a while. Now they put them back. YouTube is so fucking weird, dog. Like they just do random shit, man. It's like I don't understand them.
Hold on, I'm pulling up YouTube right now.
I'm seeing. Oh no, James, you know what? I don't got this updated. Never mind.
You know, look, James and Colostrum are both brown, so it all just kind of runs together, man. I'm just looking like James is dominating so much, you could probably miss somebody's comments in there. So yeah, maybe I'll just start putting YouTube up to the side more.
Man, I really wish some of these other folks in the chat that, you know, the usual suspects, you know, regular commenters or chat members. I wish some of these folks would jump on the live stream, man. I wasn't even going to come in tonight because I really was particularly, like when I saw who was in the chat, I wanted to hear Mojo. I wanted to hear Marcus Bell. So I really wish people would come in and just join in on the fun, man. Because this stuff is a lot of fun, man. It's just us, a bunch of us talking about stuff that we enjoy.
Yeah, I like to hear Mojo. Mojo makes some good points. I'm shout out to Mark Robinson too. Mark Robinson,
For sure.
He's always coming through. But yeah, definitely Mojo. I love to hear Mojo. And Bluebird and the Bosch.
Mm-hmm. What about chicken wings?
What about chicken wings? Yeah, what about chicken wings, man? Let's see.
Lolita, freaking Rainy. A lot of folks, man.
Mojo said I'm gonna get in soon for sure. All right, man. Yeah, just ain't rushing you, but come on tomorrow. No, I'm just playing. Are we looking at BJ's point of view right now? He done blacked out.
Yeah, look like it.
Can you hear me?
Hey, who y'all got for that Lismus Corey fight again?
Wait a minute, somebody come in there.
I think it's Shane.
Yo, what's up, man?
It's James Perez.
Oh,
It's James
man.
Perez. He in the building.
Hey, that's what's up.
Since you insisted, DJ, I have to come through real quick. I know it's the end of the stream, but I'll do.
Nah, bro, we
Holy
kill it.
James
Nah,
Perez.
we going a long way tonight. I'm about to order me some food too.
Oh, there it is, BJ. There it is.
Now
There
the
you
chat.
go.
Now the chat is complete.
I'll make a little time for you guys. Who wants these L's? Just tell me.
All right, look.
DJ already got his L technically.
Combo's forfeiting, all right?
Hey, I got my mouthpiece in at all times. What you got, man?
But I thought,
The stamina. Oh,
You-
man. Stamina coined the phrase Preschenko. It was either stamina or straight.
Come on.
You know-
Oh yeah, that's perfect.
Oh, man, that's classic.
hilarious.
so what you got, guys? What's up with Wei Lee, man? Let's talk about Wei Lee real quick.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, let's talk Wei Lee. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Like I said, bro, I try to take it easy on you guys. Like going all the time, the same topic, the same L's, the same goat stuff. I try to help you out, bro. I try to help you out, but sometimes it doesn't work. So I gotta let you. I gotta let you be you.
All right. Okay, so look, James, since you've been studying up more on WMMA now, like, what's your personal thoughts on Wei Lee as a fighter now?
My personal thoughts right now, honestly, I would say that she's improved. To me, she's improved the most grappling wise. Like I feel that she's more like right now, like I don't know. I feel like she's strong grappling wise for a strawweight. Like she could take girls down. Like if you compare it to the fight that she had with Rose, the second fight when Rose was taking her down and keeping her there, I'm not sure that Rose would be able to do that right now. I could even see Wei Lee doing it like right now. I could be wrong, but like I said, I think her grappling she's much stronger, and her stand-up is kind of the same still. Like defensively, she lacks. Like she's good for strawweight, but she could be hit. Let's say if she fights bullets, you know what it is, bro. It's easy work every day, all day against bullets.
I'm giving you that all the way, James, because I'm with you on that, man. Like, she gonna send Wei Lee to another world. Let's be real. Valentina is levels above Wei Lee.
Bro,
she got a lot of work to do. But like
to me, man, honestly, no woman. Like I'm not saying. Listen, bro. Like let's say, okay, not to go into Santos. I'm not gonna open the Santos thing, but for me, it's simple, man. No girl that's bullet size or smaller will do shit to her. And I mean nothing.
Oh.
I'm not even saying that Bullet will finish Wei Lee, but it will be a clear dominant win. It's not gonna be a war. It's not gonna be nothing.
Right.
Like after the fight happens, like I'd be surprised if Wei Lee wins 2 rounds. I see it like a 4-1, and if it's a 3-2, it's gonna be like not even 2 like dominant rounds for Wei Lee. Like she pulled them out some way, whatever. But to me, to beat Bullet, like to even have a chance, you have to be a bigger girl, like a much bigger girl, walk around weight. When I say bigger girl, I'm talking like walk around weight. Like either you have to be a big flyweight, or you have to be a bantamweight. Okay. Plus, you need to have skills in grappling, right? It's a combination of both. Like let's take Alexa Grasso. Grasso, she's good to me, all around. She's good on the feet. She's good on the ground. But to me, on the feet, no one comes close to Bullet. Why? Because she's just too good defensively, and she'll pick you apart. Bro, do you know that Bullet in all her fights combined never took damage on the feet ever? Ever.
She did against Amanda Nunes.
Oh, yeah.
No, not on the feet. Not on the feet. Not on the feet. Not on the feet, bro. Not on the feet. You know when she took damage against Nunes?
Yes, she did, James. She did take.
Not on the feet, bro. Stop.
Not
That's not true.
consistently.
She took more damage on the ground, but she did take some damage.
What, bro?
Yeah, she did. She did take some.
No. When I say damage, and when you say she got hit, listen, bro, it's a fight.
Shit.
Don't exaggerate. Don't exaggerate.
No.
Don't exaggerate.
Okay, so let me
Like,
clarify.
stick to the fact, James.
My man, it's always Prez
don't
comes with
exaggerate.
facts, bro. You think Prez is
You always ruin your points. Like,
always facts, man.
But you ruin your points because you over exaggerate.
No, bro, it's facts, bro.
Stick to the facts. Don't say she didn't take any damage.
Huh? Go ahead. Okay, let me go.
I'm saying, don't say she didn't take any damage on the beat.
My man, damage.
It was minimal compared to the amount of
bro. Damage doesn't mean she didn't get hit. Bro, in her entire career on the feet, no girl. When I say damage, I'm not saying she never got hit. Of course, she got hit. Damage to me means that she's getting tagged. Like there's a sequence where you could remember, like, oh shit. Like let's say what happened to Nunes in the Pena fight before she got submitted. She was getting tagged on the feet multiple times before she got submitted, like in the second round. No, bro.
Anytime you get hit, there's an accumulation of damage. So,
bro,
to be
100%
honest, just call damage what it is.
Damage is subjective, though.
Let him talk.
Real quick.
I'm muting my mic.
Okay,
quick,
listen. When you talk, I'll listen. When I talk, listen. All good, bro. Go ahead.
Coach, Coach, I already sent you a link, man. Check your inbox, Coach. I already sent it to you.
Damage is subjective, y'all. So, like, you could say damage is just simply, anything that can be felt via a strike. You feel like if someone taps you and you feel it, that's or damage could be aesthetic, where it's like, okay, this person received a cut due to the strike that they got hit with. You feel what I'm saying? Like, because damage is so subjective, you feel what I'm saying? Like, both parties were set up for failure, essentially.
I get your point. Damage to me.
Hold on. I think damage should be based off of like how it, hinders your performance. You know what I mean? Like if it really
that's a great point.
To slow you down, like Jessica Bonet, like when she limping in the third round, like that's when you really saying, okay, that's a damaging blow. That's consistently scoring damaging blows. You know what I mean? But like if she was just hitting the leg and it's not doing much, it's kind of hard to measure it. But if it's something that's really scoring, then that's like, to me, real damage,
Okay,
like
bro.
you shooting down a tank or you trying to shoot down a ship or whatever, if it keeps coming, it still can beat you. But when you start scoring real damage on it, it starts to sink, or, you blew his cannons off, and, hey, you got it in a position to win for sure. That's real damage.
Okay, bro, by your definition of damage combo, Bullet never took damage on the feet in her entire career. Those are facts, bro. You want to debate that? You want to debate that? Be well. Go specific, bro. Let me go specific to the time where she took damage. Tell me when she took damage. In combo's definition, I'm saying she never took damage on the feet in her entire career. If you disagree, when did she take this damage?
Well. I'll be damned.
My man, it's about to get lit. My man, let's go. Let's go.
James
Let's
Prez,
go.
you can sit down,
bro.
and you can shut your damn mouth because nobody wants to hear this shit. James Prez, I'm going right at you right now, James. She did take damage before. Holly Holm dropped Valentina. Hey, listen, man.
My
You
man,
get
that's
your
flash
back straight.
round.
You
That's not
shut your
damage.
ass
What are you
up.
talking
Hey,
about?
Holly Holm dropped her. Holly Holm dropped her. You know
Talking
damn
about
well that's what happened,
damage.
okay? Listen,
Hey,
man. You
my man.
got. Look, I'm a Valentina fan, but I ain't got Valentina clit all up in my mouth, man.
Oh,
Damn,
no.
man.
I spit
Let the
fast,
clit
bro.
breathe, man. Let it breathe.
Bro,
Because James Prez, I got one thing to say to
bro,
you.
stop lying to
But
yourself,
the record show. But the record show. That's what I got to say to you.
Yo,
What
coach,
you got to say about that?
stop lying to yourself, bro. I said exactly
Hey, man,
this.
I'm gonna smoke you out. Because see, the thing of it is, James, you irrational, man. You are irrational.
Bro, I spit facts,
you
my
are.
man. I spit facts.
You're irrational. Come on, James. You don't even believe half that shit you be talking about, man.
What are you talking about, bro?
Hey, man, you be in everybody's comment section.
My man,
back and forth, taking L's, stammering. You know what? Assume the position, Preschenko. Assume the damn position at the back of the line. Because, man, we all got you, man. We got you. We love Valentina in here. I'm the biggest Valentina fanboy on the internet. But damn, James, you take this shit to the extreme. And I sit back and I be thinking, damn, this motherfucker in love with Valentina. I be like, shit.
And I got my hand raised up,
Get
bro.
Valentina nipples out your mouth to see reality right now, sir.
Only wins.
Damn,
my man,
what's wrong with you, man?
Yo, I just said exactly this. I said by Combo's definition of damage, no one ever gave bullet damage on the feet ever. Debate it, my man. Debate it.
Fighters have touched her, but they have not rendered her.
Exactly. They touched her. I never said she didn't touch.
Hold up.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hold up.
Come on,
Holly
man. Come on.
Dropped her.
It's almost like Valentina can do no wrong, bro.
Still lost the fight. You know, she didn't really put her in a position. She scored points by knocking her down, but she didn't have her frustrated or hurt.
My man, that was the flashiest knockdown ever. What are you talking about?
Come on, man. Come on, James.
Combo. Let me ask Combo, man. Combo. I know, like, he disagrees with me on a lot of shit, but I still respect your opinion, bro. I still respect your opinion. I think you're pretty fair. Okay, by your definition of damage, did she ever take damage on the feet ever?
She's taking punches. She's taking
damage, bro.
Damage though. Hold on, now I'm talking now. She's taking punches. You know, she's been hit before. Very rare. But when it comes down to damage, you heard my definition. Like I said, if it has not rendered her performance or left her like bleeding from the eye,
coach, you assume the position, coach. You assume the position, my man.
You assume the position, Preschenko, at the back of the MMA line.
Combo was talking. Hey, you guys, Combo was talking.
I repeated the same thing I said earlier.
Yeah, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
You know the definition I gave earlier. The definition saying ain't nothing changed.
Exactly. So you agree with me, bro. By your definition, she never took damage on the feet. And by your definition, the only time she took damage in her entire career was against Nunes in the first round. In the second round, she was grounded and pounded and came and ended. She ended after taking the damage in the second round. She ended on top and came back to destroy Nunes in the third round. Showed her heart. What are we talking about, bro? That's easy work.
Man.
That's
what
beyond easy work.
Valentina retire, man.
Easy work, bro. She's not retiring for at least 5 years, my man. For at least 5 years.
That ain't the question. Answer the damn question, man. What the hell are you gonna do when Valentina Shevchenko retire? Hey, you gonna lose your damn mind, bro.
We got 5 years, bro. 5 years. 5 years of dominance until she's 40.
Oh man, that's hilarious, bro.
No, but the record show.
Okay, yo,
you were calling my ass delusional, right? You said I was delusional, right? So debate what I just said right now, bro. Did she ever take damage?
Man, you hella delusional.
Did she ever take damage on the feet by Combo's definition?
Is right.
James, if not for Valentina, who would be the James Prez fighter? That's my question.
Today?
Like today, if not for Valentina, who would be the James Prez fighter that you defend?
Like no one is on Valentina's level today. Today, no one is on Valentina's level for me as a fighter I love. Well, besides her today, I would say like the most investment I have in a fighter, I would say No, bro, I don't support quitters, bro. I don't support quitters.
Oh, damn.
What you say Nunez, don't it?
I don't support quitters, bro. The girl before she was in the choke, bro. She tapped out. What are you talking about? And pretending like she's pound for pound number one. She just got beat less than a year ago. My man, go learn the meaning of pound for pound, man. Okay, let's get back to the question. Today, I don't know, bro. I would say maybe Volkanovski. I like Volkanovski, bro.
Women.
What?
Women.
Women?
Yeah.
What's wrong, bro? I like
James,
Volkanovski, man. What's up, man?
Just today,
Yeah.
I had a debate with somebody on somebody's chat or somebody's comment section where we were talking, the GOAT issue came up, and you said specifically that you separate men and women, and now all of a sudden
we talked
you
about
take
GOAT now.
Valentina out of the equation and you go into Volkanovski as the GOAT. Shit,
No,
get the fuck out of
we
here.
talked about GOAT now. He didn't ask me about GOAT, bro. He didn't even ask about GOAT right now. He told me, who do you like? Who do you like as a fighter? That's it.
Oh, okay, my bad. I missed that. I was.
And to talk about
my bad.
And to talk about Volkanovski and the GOAT, if Volkanovski somehow beats Islam, I favor Islam. Islam should beat him. But but I say that Volkanovski will do much better than people think. And in my mind, he could
John
win.
Jones, the GOAT. Cut it out, man.
Bro, John Jones lost to Reyes, but that's all good. It's all good. I still give
But
John
the
Jones.
record show.
Bro, I could
But
care
the record show.
What
do the record show? Tell me.
my man.
Answer the question.
Yeah,
What do the record show?
Jones won. It says that John Jones won.
Yo,
What
coach, you
do the-
put
okay. All I want to know.
you put John Jones before Anderson Silva?
Damn. No. Okay. You know what? Let's take that
Why
back.
not? Why not? Why you put Silva
Anderson
before John
Silva.
Jones?
The problem is, man, I think Anderson Silva stayed in too long.
Exactly.
Mm.
I think he stayed too long. But I got to say, if John Jones come back, and if he starts Ngannou, John Jones is the greatest. If he come back and whoop Ngannou ass, he the greatest.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I got to say.
To me, with all
But the record show, James.
What about GSP?
No, I'm gonna agree with you. Relax. I'm gonna agree with you for once. Relax. Like I know we agree most of the times, but I'll agree on live with you for once. To me, on if you check the records out of everyone, I would say that John Jones has the best case to be the GOAT. Even though I think that he lost to Reyes, he still has the best case to be the GOAT. No, I still give him the edge for the GOAT. If you compare like all the records, he has the best record. But the dude barely lost ever, man. He beat so many great fighters, like that's it, man. But the most dominant fighter ever, that's not even debatable. It's Khabib.
Absolutely.
Bro, come on, man.
The guy never beat. What are you talking about,
hey,
bro?
man.
Debatable,
what other
bro.
weight class did Khabib go to?
Bro,
answer the question.
When John Jones
No.
went,
Answer the damn question.
John Jones
What
didn't
other
go
weight
to
class did Khabib go to? John Jones going to a whole nother weight class. You try to be the damn champion. Come on, man. But the record show.
The coach has spoken. He said the record show.
Well, Khabib, the commentary on Khabib is that he didn't.
Hold on. Let me say something.
Go ahead,
when it comes to Khabib, I get it. You know what I'm saying? His style is very dominant. He looked unbeatable in there, but he only fought the top guys toward the end of his career. And even though he beat those top guys, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's only a handful of those, you know, Justin Gaethje, Dustin Poirier, Conor McGregor, you know what I'm saying? He fought those guys toward the end. But John Jones, on the other hand, I mean, he beat Daniel Cormier twice. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's beat some of the best guys in the world. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, he's consistently done it. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't think he's going. I don't know about heavyweight for him yet, but John Jones' resume is pretty thick.
Do y'all think John Jones is actually going to come back?
Yeah, like
Tatiana Suarez, man. I believe when I see it.
I think John Jones is in that situation where he wants more money than the UFC is going to give him. Period. And I think it's going to prohibit him from coming back. I think it's not a weight thing. I think it's like he thinks he's worth more than Dana and UFC is willing to pay him. Like, I feel like that's the main reason why the Ngannou fight hasn't happened. Like, I don't think anybody's scared of anybody. I think it's the fucking money thing. That's the problem.
I agree.
Like, and it's more so this thing where fighters don't understand how the shit works because it's not explained in a way to where fighters can be like, oh, okay, I get this. You have a business, you have this, that, and other. This is why it's run this way. This is the metrics. This is how we determine how everybody gets paid. But that's not the case. It's this like subjective thing where it's like, okay, we're willing to pay you this based on how much we think we're gonna get from these pay-per-view, but like it's just all over the place. It's nothing like set in stone where it's like easier for fighters to understand, so they don't have to be in these drawn out negotiations trying to get more money. Like, I don't know.
This is the biggest fight, man. It's the biggest fight, man, of this decade that could happen. And
what's the biggest fight?
They got to go ahead. They got to pay these guys, because I can see if it was, two people who, yeah, it's a good fight, but they don't have no star power. They don't draw. But, John Jones can draw. And Ngannou could probably, I mean, they can draw. This is a big fight, man. This fight is huge.
Yeah,
it's huge.
Pay these guys. But see, here's the thing, man. I understand Conor McGregor is a bigger draw. And I don't even think that these two are looking for McGregor money. I think they want to be paid based on what they can draw in. And I think they believe, and it's, I believe the same thing, that they can draw a lot of money because they stars. These are two of your biggest MMA stars. And you mean to say, Dana's reluctant? Like, what? Come on, man. Come on. You guys want to make that money.
Dana doesn't say. Yeah, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I don't understand. Like, obviously, they have to get like a certain purse promised to them prior to anything. Like, just for them weighing in and showing up, they have to get paid X amount. Like, I get that. But why isn't it just a set number? Like, okay, you guys are the main event. You get X percentage automatically of all the pay-per-view buys, and that's what the promise is. Like, from the promoter side of things, right? The fighter wants the promoter to promise them money that's not necessarily guaranteed to be generated from the buys. Like, if they want $1 million a piece and then the pay-per-views only line up to like 150K and they're only selling for like 50 or something like that, obviously they're not going to be able to cover that spread. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like on both ends there's this tug of war of like, hey, I want more money, and the promoter's like, well, shit, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know if you're going to draw that much, kind of thing.
Come on, man.
At one point, John, one day John Jones was asking for like 25, 23 million or something like that.
That's ridiculous, bro.
Yeah, he was asking for
it is.
I don't think that's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous, bro. John Jones is not even close to being the only biggest thing is McGregor, bro. That's it, bro.
Let me
John
go ahead
Jones
and
will never draw 1 million ever, bro.
Let me go ahead and educate you, because look, all right, so if that's ridiculous, then that right there, 23 million. Okay, what he asked him, if he did allegedly ask for that, okay, cool. Okay, those gates, you understand those gates, those huge pay-per-views? Hell, that's about 15 million right there they take in. Okay, the pay-per-views. Okay, they're selling these pay-per-views, and for that fight, they're gonna sell the pay-per-views for $75, man. So you think even if they got 500,000 pay-per-view buys, man, still be enough to pay them, and they still make money. The UFC, look, man. The thing is, man, they make money hand over fist on big fights, and the problem that people have with the UFC is that I think fighters understand the pay structure. I think they get it. Some of them get it. But the problem is they know what the UFC gonna bring in, man. They know. And it's like, okay, well, why can't I get a bigger piece of the puzzle? Because you can't have the puzzle unless I'm there. And see, that's John Jones and Francis Ngannou rationale. Okay, I want you to think about it like this, okay? Francis Ngannou made a base pay of $650,000 his last fight, right? Okay? Now, think about that. Pay 10% to his manager. Pay another 30-something% in taxes. Okay? Got to pay, if you got sparring partners, you pay them. So of that $650,000, Francis will probably take home $300,000, okay? And that's realistic. That's what he's going to put in the bank. So now you take that, you think about, okay, he got to go to rehab because he got hurt, okay? He's got to do all this other shit that's cutting into his money. Then he got to pay his bills. So that $650,000, guess what? Now he got about like $100,000 left. I'm trying to tell you guys how this bit. I'm trying to tell you, okay? So now he's in his mind thinking, okay, well, what did the UFC bring in? And so when they're looking at the reports, man, just the base numbers, well, shit, motherfuckers done brought in damn near close to $200 million. And wait a minute, they're only giving me 650,000. Hey, the math don't add up. So I'm the one going in there taking a risk. This is what they thinking. I'm trying to tell you, because I've talked to fighters, man. I've talked to a few fighters that say the same shit. I'm the one taking the risk. I'm taking all the chances. Okay, it's my career, it's my life on the line, but I get less than 1% of the cut. So,
bro,
how does that make sense?
I agree 100. I agree 100% with what you just said, bro. If you go into the numbers, I'm not saying that the fighters are not underpaid. They are massively underpaid. When I say it's ridiculous, it's not going by the numbers. Of course, they can pay him that much if you like do the math. I'm saying the UFC is a monopoly, bro. That will always screw the fighters to a degree to keep growing and to keep being the biggest thing and being the biggest, basically the monopoly, bro. And when I say it's ridiculous, I'm comparing to other fighters. I'm saying they're all getting screwed. You're right. They're all getting screwed. They should all get paid more. But
you know how much money? You know how much money John Jones that made the UFC?
That's what I'm saying.
I want you to take a ballpark guess.
I agree.
How much money do you think John Jones has made the
Bro,
UFC?
Fucking millions, man. Millions over millions over millions, for sure.
Okay. Estimated. I'm gonna give you the estimated. Listen.
Yeah, go ahead.
$228 million that John Jones has made the UFC estimated. Okay. Now,
when you say he made this money, like, well, what are you saying? Like his fights generated this? The gates?
His fights, man. His fights. The legendary fights with DC, man. Even the Reyes fight didn't do too bad. He's been a star in the game for a while, man. And you got to think, man, he's always on pay-per-view. So, and you know, John Jones was around, like, damn, man, when they was going, I think he was around like close to the Strike Force days, man. Like John Jones has been around, man, a long time.
Yeah, John Jones has been there like at least like 10 plus years, man. More than 10 years, man.
He's made these people a lot of money, man. So,
no,
and John Jones even said it, bro. He said his biggest payday in a fight, just what he said. He said it was about like what 1.5 million. And then when he started looking, he said, "Man, I started doing the numbers." And he said, "Damn, man, the UFC took in about 200 million for this whole thing, and I only got like 1.5 out of it, and I was the main attraction." So he said, "Well, where the rest of the money going?" That's what he said. So where the money going?
I get it. You're right. But John Jones, honestly, the thing that happened in the UFC, it's McGregor happened, bro. And when McGregor happened, and he was this by far the biggest draw by far, okay, he basically, because of him, he opened the eyes of other fighters. He did for the UFC what Mayweather did for boxing. Okay, so he was the main attraction by far, and because of him, after him, the other fighters were like, "Yo, wait, man, wait. We want to get paid more too." And if we go by the math, they are all underpaid. Just like you said, they should all get paid. They should all get paid more. But the truth is, they won't, bro, because it's a monopoly, bro. The thing has for the UFC to be bigger, they screw the fighters, and it's like that, bro. But if McGregor never came in the picture, John Jones doesn't do, bro. John Jones needs, the only time John Jones really drew pay-per-view numbers was with DC, and they drew maybe like 800K. John Jones never drew 1 million. But even though he should still get paid,
that's still a lot. In this
bro,
era,
John Jones made 1 million, man. He did 1 million pay-per-view.
In this era, that's still a lot of pay-per-view buys in this era because.
But bro, that's like 5-6 years ago, bro.
Dude, you got illegal streaming. Okay, 5-6 years ago.
McGregor has like 6-7 1 million pay-per-view buys, bro.
Illegal streaming was there. I'm saying if John Jones doing those numbers now, guess what? That's still decent. And it's enough to pay the guy because you're gonna overinflate the price of pay-per-views. You're gonna sell all this merch. Okay, the UFC, they're gonna get all this money from crypto. They got all these sponsorships, by the way, that the fighters don't get anymore. So they making all this money, right? All this fucking money. But John Jones and Francis Ngannou saying, "Hey, can I have my share of the pie?" Okay, I don't see anything wrong with that. The UFC can give these guys what they want and still make money hand over fist. So
of course they can.
What's the real delay? I mean, what's the real delay? Come on, man. The UFC, they're not stupid, bro. They're not stupid. They already know that there's a big fight. They knew, just like when Chris Cyborg and Holly Holm were gonna fight. They knew that the fight was big, so Chris Cyborg and Holly Holm, they both held out. The UFC insulted them and was like, "Hey, we'll give you $150,000." And they were insulted. They were like, "What? No, no." And they both of them held out and got more money. So these fighters are not stupid. They know that the UFC can pay them what they want. They know they can.
The problem is you got UFC who, the way they run things, it's not designed to maximize fighter pay.
Exactly.
It's and it could be Zuffa. I don't know. Maybe it's the ownership. I don't know what it is, but ultimately, based on their business model, it's not designed to maximize fighter pay. It's designed to maximize the company pay so that they can remain the largest entity and then remain that household name. Everybody knows UFC. They don't know MMA. You say MMA, oh, you what? Like, that's the problem. They're by design. That's why you see, like, in the what do they call it, the vlog series, the what is it, the embedded.
Yeah.
You see the production value in the embedded, and when they fly people in, and then the hotels that they put the fighters in for the pay-per-views to make it look flashy. Like, all that money that they're putting into that is so that they remain this big deal that everybody knows is the head honcho in MMA. It's not, it's less about maximizing fighter pay, and it's more about maximizing how big they are perceived to be by the fans. That's why people don't know what the fuck Bellator is. They don't know what an Invicta is. They think it's about the, like, fucking jewelry. You know what I'm saying? Like, no one knows about other promotions because of that shit. Because they remain the biggest entity. What's up?
I can tell you this, sir. I can tell you this right now. Yeah, you're right. The UFC, they're the biggest right now. But the problem, here's a problem, man. Okay, we'll start with Bellator. Okay, the problem with Bellator is that their marketing is very poor, and it's not a good product. The problem is they market outside the U.S. most of the time, and if they're in the U.S., you have to go to the Mohegan Sun. Well, I mean, hell, everybody realistically won't be at the Mohegan Sun. The UFC, they're all over the U.S. They're in other countries, but the UFC, their primary marketing base is in the U.S. Okay, so that's one thing that the UFC got over there. Now, what Bellator does have that I think is very good that keep the fighters interested is that they can keep all their sponsors. Bellator don't take the sponsors. Okay, the fighters can. So that, can actually justify some of their paydays. Because Bellator, let's be honest, Bellator don't pay shit either. Okay. Matter of fact, Bellator, for some fighters, they pay a whole lot less than the UFC. Okay. But Bellator allows the fighters to keep these sponsors. See, all they need, the PFL, they tried. They really, really tried to make a play at being number one by paying the fighters. But the PFL, they got the marketing wrong. The UFC, they're masterminds at marketing. That's what they do. The PFL had the marketing went right. If they would have had some good opponent selections for Kayla, because I thought they were going around in a good direction when they got Anthony Pettis and they brought him in, and they were going in the right direction. Poor marketing, very poor marketing. The PFL they could have been at the top. They could have been one of the best, but the marketing sucks so bad, and the viewership numbers are so terrible. But the UFC, they're gonna get somebody, man, who's gonna figure this thing out. That they're gonna satisfy the fighters, and that company gonna blow up, man. You watch what I tell you. The UFC gonna have some problems.
That's not happening soon. That's not happening soon.
You know the way that it could be done. The way that it could be done is, the problem is, for instance, you got a promotion literally called Octagon, right? Everybody is trying to do what the UFC is doing better than what the UFC is. Like, they're trying to be better at the UFC than being the UFC, which is that's a horrible way to do it. Yeah, PFL, it has like the season and all that, but at the end of the day, it's still an MMA fight with 2 men or 2 women. And when you look at an MMA fight with 2 men and 2 women, where's everybody gonna go? To the UFC, because that's considered the biggest. Like, when you're doing the exact same thing that the UFC is doing, but you're just doing it in another organization with another logo and another whatever, people are going to still navigate to the UFC. You have to do something different. And when I say different, I don't mean different branding. I'm talking a different rule set, a different pay structure, a different everything.
Like, something that's fundamentally different.
Exactly. Like, for example, right? You got people that complain about judging all the time. But even the UFC, right? Like, there's countries that I've looked into that literally all you have to do is have a signed agreement between the fighters. And as long as they agree to that agreement, that's it. Whatever rule set you have, as long as it's not like fight to the death. UFC could do something like that, but they're not motivated to do that. If someone actually went to another country, produced the fights, and then actually stream them online, right? Where everyone in the US or whomever can view it, now you at least have something different. You have a different rule set. It's not just a same old MMA fight that everyone can get from the UFC and be like, oh, who is this over here? Why would we watch that? Why would they watch it? Because no one knows about them. They don't have stars. They can't afford to pay the big names that everybody knows about. So the only way you can really compete is if the actual competition is different. The whole rule set is different. Everybody's trying to fight under the same rules that was established by the ununified rules from the freaking commissions. Like, no, like that's not going to work. You're not going to beat them at their own game.
Basically, you'd have to have another company that has something that is perceived almost as a different sport, because it's like you said, man. The UFC is MMA, bro. It's like you said, man. When they say MMA, UFC and MMA is synonymous to the casuals.
Some people say, "Oh, I wanted to train UFC back in the day."
Exactly, bro.
Oh God.
Exactly.
Come on, man.
It's sad, but that's true, bro. The UFC is bigger than even McGregor. The UFC is bigger than anyone, bro. And to compete,
don't know their power.
Yeah,
See, the problem with the UFC. The problem with the UFC, if the fighters actually knew their power, they can get what they want. Because the UFC, they can't have the fights without the fighters. And they can have replacement fighters, but it's not going to be a star. See, these fighters, they don't get it. They don't really understand. Khabib understood. Khabib Nurmagomedov, he got it. Because guess what? They begged Khabib to come back. In fact, they were going to pay Khabib, 8 figures to come back and fight. They were going to do that. Khabib still said no. Khabib got it. Khabib Nurmagomedov, he got it. He figured it out. And see, they know for a fact they can't do it without fighters. If every single fighter thought like Khabib, then we would have already got John Jones and Ngannou by now. We'd have already got that fight because they would have wanted to pay. See, Dana White, they monopolize these guys. They call them independent contractors, but you can't moonlight.
Don't allow them to have a union.
Well, but they have to be all on board with that to change.
Everything got to be approved. Everything got to be approved by them. So if you got like some side hustles, and the UFC, they can't get their cut, they're gonna sue you. I mean, it's like everything. They'll let you rap them. They'll let you do that shit. But like anything that you do while you're under contract with them, the majority of it, man, they want their cut. They want
a corrupt organization.
Yeah, man.
But that's why they're at the top, bro, because it's working for them. It's like you said, they screw the fighters, they favor the UFC, and that's it, bro.
It's only gonna work for so long, though, man, because eventually fighters are gonna wake up. They're gonna get smart. Like Khabib,
but they have to team up, bro. Not one or two fighters will change it, bro. They have to team up. It's like you said, they need the fighters for sure. And that's what Francis is trying to do now. That's what John Jones is trying to do now. They understand what you're saying, but do they really have the power to change it by themselves?
Just think, if the top five in the UFC, including the champ, I'll say fuck it, we ain't fighting no more until we get this done. Guys, y'all know what'll happen. I mean, think about that.
What do you think would happen? Factually, what do you think would happen?
The next guy comes up. That's the thing. They just roll with the next guy.
Bro, they're too big, man. Exactly. They will get other guys, man.
The next guy won't be a star, man. See, look, you have to look at it.
They won't have to be, though, Coach. They won't have to be because if
you got to look at their eyes.
The top guys are out, and the next guys step up. They'll still put on exciting fights because let's be real, the UFC is full. The UFC is full of talent. You know, exciting fighters.
So do you really think that a fight they're supposed to have John Jones and Ngannou, but they put the number 15th ranked person because the top 10 not there? Come on, man. Nobody
Bro,
going. That's not going to turn out.
they won't get out of business. That's for sure, bro. Because fighting is so universal, bro. People love fights,
They're gonna lose. They'll lose a lot of money. They'll lose a lot of money in the process trying to do that. See, the fighters don't know their power. If every top star in the UFC, if they just said no, we're gonna stop. We ain't doing it until y'all pay us. The UFC they're gonna have to pay. They have to. You can't lose all your star power.
Listen, I agree. I agree with what you're saying, bro. But that has to be done in a really strategic and like it's not as easy. Like it's hard. It's a hard thing to do, bro.
It's a dangerous game to play too for the fighter.
You know, one thing I'll tell you this, man. I've looked at a lot of numbers over this past year. You feel what I'm saying? And I can tell you, it will literally take for fighters to get like a fair share and to be able to support themselves and make a very decent amount of money. I'm talking like pretty much close to what doctors are making on a yearly basis. Like, you know, at least that. It would literally only take 300,000 to 400,000 paying fans on a monthly basis. And I'm talking a third of what the UFC is charging for a pay-per-view, which is $75 right now. So you're talking anywhere from $20 to $25 a month from like maybe a good 400,000 or 500,000 fans.
For literally, you're saying for what?
To literally have a situation where we don't have to have fighters getting underpaid and and abused with, you know, the whole fighter pay thing. And then also the fans don't have to come out of pocket with this ridiculous amount of money to follow UFC content. It literally, but the problem is they're too focused on profit for themselves. I'm talking like you could literally do the marketing, you could cover all the expenses, everything, for a lot less than what it's being done right now. It's just you got situations where they're paying people like Bruce Buffer a 7-figure salary. When you got fighters that don't even have,
he's irreplaceable, bro. He's irreplaceable. That's the thing. His value, he's not a fighter, but he's more irreplaceable than 90% of the fighters, bro.
Bruce Buffer is not irreplaceable. Bruce Buffer
no. Listen, why I'm saying. Listen, why I'm saying he's irreplaceable.
If you have good fights, will we miss Bruce Buffer? Yeah, sure.
Not us, bro. Us, we don't care about him.
The show will go on. The show will go on.
Yeah, bro, but he's like how you call that shit, bro? He's synonymous with UFC, bro. Even you can bring another guy that does his job better than him. You could. I'm not saying you can't. But
come on, man. I'm not giving damn about no damn Bruce Buffer.
Nope.
No, maybe we don't care, bro. But in the UFC's mind, bro, Bruce Buffer is still like how you call that shit, man? A staple, you could say. Like for them, he's always. It's like when his half brother Michael Buffer used to bring him for the biggest fights ever, just for him to say, "Let's get ready to rumble," bro. It's just it's just marketing.
Joe Martinez, man.
James Perez, would you stop watching? Would you stop buying pay-per-views?
No. I'm saying for me, I don't care. For me, I don't care, bro. I don't care if he's here or not.
But it does matter. It matters,
like
though. It matters, though, because you're just like the rest of us, the rest of the UFC fans. If you, as a hardcore or even as a casual, if you would still buy a pay-per-view, if Bruce Buffer wasn't called in the fights or
bro, yeah, of course I would, bro. Of course I would.
Yeah, and everybody would. Everybody would. Bruce Buffer is not a freaking. He's a staple.
Okay. I get what you're saying, bro. Maybe I overstated a little bit.
You still be buying the fight. You don't care.
Yeah.
But my problem though, right? Like, as great as Bruce Buffer adds to the show, that $1 million that he's getting paid, if you split that into 10, you feel what I'm saying? Like that's fighters that got a 6-figure salary versus one person that comes there to speak.
Bro, what about the ring girls? The ring girls, bro. They get paid a lot too, man.
The top 10 fighters, top 15 fighters shouldn't be getting a 6-figure salary for showing up. Number one.
Let me ask you, Coach, how much money, right? Let's say makeshift promotion, right? Let's say that you put together 5 of the most high quality fights you could find, where it's like, you build up the stories, you do like vlogs and you get training footage and you really hype up every single individual fighter, interviews, the works, right? Just 5 fights. How much would that be worth in terms of, like, let's say if we were to do this on a weekly basis, Like, how much on a monthly basis would someone be willing? Do you think someone would be willing to pay for something like that? 5 fights a week, but it's like every single fight is treated like a co-main event, main event, high like level of attention, media, all that kind of stuff.
You talking about five fights a week?
Bro, they should just take that. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
I could have. Yeah, okay. So you said 5 fights a week.
Yeah, say for instance you got 5 fights a week, and we treat each individual fight in terms of the build-up, in terms of the attention, media that we give it, like the level that you would for like a co-main event and a main event level. Like, but you do it for all 5 of the fights, and you present this with like, very decent production level, and and you do it on a weekly basis. Like, how much do you think a fan would be willing to pay on a monthly like subscription basis for something like that?
Bro. Probably not a lot, because fights end so quickly.
Mm.
Bro, probably not a lot, man.
You got one fight on the card, and then it ends in less than a round. People gonna be mad as hell.
Yeah, if a fan could pay like a $25 a month subscription fee, man, to see all this shit, fans will do that, man.
Yeah.
But we can't fall into the trap with the zone. See, we can't do what the zone did though, because the zone came over here, man, and they thought they had a lock on the market, but the zone fucked up because they were never used to the American market. I mean, because everybody got an app. I mean, look, the zone, we can get ESPN Plus for $3 cheaper, at the time. So why do we need to get the zone? Okay, see, that's the thing. We got all these other the zone. We got 1 million the zones in America. Okay, we don't need the zone. So, see, the same thing with us, or for us to make these fights, it's got to be something of value, man. And if you're getting like major blockbuster fights, and the fight's only $25 a month, well, okay, now you get some of that piracy money back, because doing a illegal stream, they not that great and they suck, man. And then you got to keep clicking off shit to make the damn stream work. So, a mofo, instead of doing all that, they'll pay $25. Let's say we can get all those 10 million people that's still in pay-per-views, and say if we can get 1 million of those people to come back and just buy. Okay, well, we pretty much did our job.
Right.
We do our job, it be more money, and the situation will be good. But you charging somebody $75 for a pay-per-view, man, people gonna stream the shit out there, man.
Right. Cause what I'm thinking, Coach, is I'm thinking like anywhere from $5 to $20 a month gets you, like I said, anywhere from 3 to 5 fights on a weekly basis. And I'm not just talking like, we just throw random people together. Like, we have a whole build up to it, the level of which you would apply to a co in a main event. Like, we give them interviews, we put them in front of, all these different media outlets, so that people understand who they are and get an opportunity to connect with the fighters. And then you couple that with different rule set, because ultimately people are going to go towards the star power, because that's what matters most. But when you present something that's new and it's exclusive to only one place, and it's different from what you're used to, and it's addressing complaints, because everybody's complaining about the judges. Everybody's complaining about when fights fall through because of weight cuts, fighters and fans alike. Everybody's complaining about the cost. You feel what I'm saying? And like, when you address the issues that everybody's complaining about, you do it in a different way, and you charge a lot less than what's being charged in the biggest company. To me, I'm just personally feel like that is what people aren't doing. Like, everybody's doing the exact same thing. You got the same weight classes, the same cage. Maybe it's a hexagon instead of an octagon, but it's still the same, bro.
But bro, not to cut you off, man, it's hard to differentiate that much, bro, because it's fighting at the end of the day, bro. It's makes martial arts. So basically include everything and in fighting, bro. So let's say you want to differentiate it a little bit, you could. Like you said, they try to differentiate it with octagon, hexagon, whatever cages. But how much you gonna differentiate? It's fighting at the end of the day, man.
There's a lot of things you could do. Trust me when I tell you. For example, right? You got the judges. They're to give their opinion on who won each individual round. Person who wins get 10. You guys know the rules, right? But the issue is it's subjective to an opinion. And the opinions are based on rules that are very vague at times. Like it's the more effective damage. Like that's so debatable. You feel what I'm like? Yeah, there's certain times.
Yeah, so you're right.
Hey, real quick, Mojo had a good question. He said, "What if the UFC offered a full healthcare insurance package for fighters with X amount of fights after their careers are over? Would that help smooth out the fighter pay dispute?"
It could, because if you build that into the budget where, let's say a person has X amount of fights, they fulfill X amount of fights throughout their career, like say it's like at least 10 to 15 or something, then you get X amount of year. Like it'd be something that they'd have to work into a budget ultimately, but it's not like it's impossible, and it could help. But I feel like, just like Coach was saying earlier, there's a lot of immediate expenses that need to be, addressed, like, the training partners and all that type of stuff, you know what I mean, that have to be addressed immediately versus paid out over time in the form of a insurance policy. It could help, but it'd be like steps in the right direction though.
Yeah, because I think that would be like a chunk of it, because that's what a lot of people are worried about. Like, next to their food, they're worried about who's going to take care of me when this is over. Like, these fighters, they love to fight, but when it comes down to it, they're thinking like, who's gonna be covering my doctor bills? Like, I might not have the, because let's be real, these fighters, they don't know how to handle money like in the best manners. With the exception of like a Wmma who has other businesses, but all these fighters, they don't really know how to handle it. So, food, shelter, and medical. I think medical, yeah, that would really. It's a small, it's a chunk of, but I think that would kind of help smooth it over, where the big payouts wouldn't be something that they would really argue about, because the UFC would be investing in them, and they'd be taking care, like Al Heyman does. I know this is boxing, but Al Heyman's doing for Errol Spence in boxing. Like, he actually helps Errol Spence put his money into a certain retirement.
Bro, Al Heyman does much more, man. That's crazy what Al Heyman does.
Yeah, that's just a piece of
it's very good. That's crazy.
Yeah, he's actually putting his money into an account for him, because when Errol first came to him, Errol was talking about buying cars and buying all this BS, and Al had to check him on that and say, "I'm going to take part of your purse and whatever money we make off pay-per-views into this certain account." So Errol's not complaining. So if the UFC could do that for them, and actually not just give them money, but actually set them up into like a certain plan, they wouldn't be complaining. They wouldn't be talking about, I need all this upfront money, or I need $100 million. Like, what are you really going to do with $100 million? Like, if you don't know how to spend that, you might blow that like less than a year.
Right.
But bro, that's the difference between boxing and UFC, man. Boxing favors the fighters in most of the cases, because it's not a monopoly, bro. UFC is exactly what it's Two Beast that's on the line, right?
Yeah, that's Two Beast over there.
Okay, yeah, it's exactly what Two Beast said, bro. It's built for the long term, just to favor the UFC, and the proof is in the pudding, bro. They are by far a monopoly in all of mixed martial arts. Okay, and basically, they underpay the fighters by so much. And the point that you just made about healthcare, that's disgusting, bro. To be honest, man, the fact that the fighters don't have healthcare, bro, like, that's disgusting, honestly, man. Like I said, man, and I don't know, bro. Like, the way I see it, the UFC will make everything, like, will do everything in their power to keep it running exactly the same way as it is now. And the only thing that could change it is something from the outside, like a sort of union or something, or whatever. Like, if the Jake Paul, he could, whatever, bro. Or fighters.
Well,
that's
it.
They
do have health insurance. They do have it, but they got to get injured within the octagon. Like, you can't just go to the doctor. Like, see, they can only get it unless they get hurt inside of an octagon. So it's still really, that ain't shit,
Yeah, it's like a premium that the UFC will pay for X amount of fighters. Like, say it's like $250 per fighter. They'll pay that out to a company, and like, okay, if anything happens to these fighters, this covers it essentially. But like if you have a stomach ache and it happens like outside, like you're screwed. You feel what I'm saying? But ultimately, they're like it. Everything we're talking about, it's not like the UFC is invincible. Like I know it sounds like it.
They're close to it, man. At this moment, they're close to it. That's the fact.
But
That's what I think.
I tell you what though, like all it takes is approximately like maybe I want to say anywhere from 75 to 150 people that think exactly like everybody in this chat, where essentially it's like, okay, UFC is truly screwing over the fighters and making a lot of money for themselves. I promise you, it takes approximately 75 to 150 people who get together and can make a difference. I promise you. Like it sounds like, put it like this, right? First, we need what's called a proof of concept. Proof of concept is like a fancy term for like, okay, this business seems as though it's feasible and it's like it's you can reach what you're trying to do here. You feel what I'm saying? You have a product that's viable, right? And with a MMA promotion, right? First things first, like say we're trying to do different rules. Okay, do you have enough fighters that are willing to fight under these rules? Okay, check. Okay, if you tested out this rule set and do you have all the things covered, this, that, and other? Okay, check. Who are you marketing to? Like, how are you going to present it? And then you just keep on checking off all these boxes until you get an investment. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it sounds like Chinese right now, but I promise you, like, it's a step-by-step process that can be taken to get to a point where not necessarily beat the UFC, but be an alternative, like a real alternative, where it's like, okay, you're not necessarily bigger than the UFC, but you got enough to where fighters will choose you before they even get to the UFC. You feel and actually stay
Well, it's
there.
possible, man. It's possible. What you're saying is very possible. But even let's say it is possible, like for this thing to like start off, basically to like how many years will it be until it becomes like a real option? You know,
A real
like
option,
yeah,
approximately by what I'm thinking, but what I'm planning is probably going to be at least, I
5 years
want to
or
say
more.
a 1 to 3 years. 1 to
Oh yeah,
3
1 to
years.
3 years. Oh, that's not bad, man. If
Yeah,
it could be done, it's
because
not bad.
like if I generate the investment, then at that point, because what I plan on doing is having a facility built in another country where the fighters are going to fight, essentially, right? Because it has to be under a certain jurisdiction so that they'll allow me to use the rule set, because I don't want to go through the commissions, because they're gonna want me essentially to do the exact same thing that everybody else is doing, like the UFC, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to be told no if I'm like, hey, I want to do this. You feel what I'm saying? No, I just want an agreement with the
guys,
fighters. And then
hey, hold on 1 second, guys. So Ephraim wants to come in, but I'm at my limit, so I gotta put somebody out. But I will put you back in.
Yo, I'll come out. I'll come out. It's cool, bro.
Okay, all right, James. I'll put you back in.
Yeah, no problem.
Ephraim, welcome to the chat.
Hey, what's up, guys? Sorry, James, I didn't mean to displace anybody. And I and I didn't even mean to come in with anything specific to talk about. It just is a cool conversation, so
Yes.
I figured I'd be down to jump on and see if there's any place to chime in. But
welcome, bro. Welcome.
Yeah, what's going on, man?
Hey, nice to finally talk to you all, you guys.
Welcome, Efren.
same here.
So go ahead, Two Beats. What was you saying?
Yeah, so I was pretty much saying, like, there's a way to get around the 10-point must system, for example. Like, you just have to go to another country. And there's another country that I'm looking at where it's like I explained earlier, there just simply has to be a contract in place between the entity that's putting on the fights and the fighters. That's it. And then, a couple labor laws, this, that, and other, in terms of like if they're paid like a 1099 kind of situation, then there has to be certain things in place. Or if they're paid as an employee, there's certain things that have to be in place, and taxes and all that. But ultimately, it's just about a contract. It's not about this long drawn out approval process between the commissions, which inevitably they're going to want us to do the 10-point must system. And obviously, if we can put a product out there that's not using that system, we're already one step closer to being different than the UFC, doing something different. You feel what I'm saying? And then the other part that I'm eliminating is the weight cuts. That's just, it just irritates the fuck out of me that a organization that's built based upon the main goal of fighter safety never thought to eliminate dehydration from the, like, I just can't even fathom how the fuck that even works. You feel me? So now you got an incentive for the fighters. We're like, what? We don't got a fucking weight cut? Sign me up. Where do I sign? You feel what I'm saying? That's part of that proof of concept I was talking about earlier. Do you even have fighters that are willing to compete under the rules that you're even presenting? So when we go to the big investor that's going to say, hey, we want to get this started, that's one of the questions they're going to ask. Do you have enough fighters that want to fight like this? Now, if we can say yes to all these different questions, boom, we get an investment, and now we can do something different than what's being done elsewhere. Because the only way you're going to compete with the UFC if you're doing something different. You can't do what they're doing. It's just not going to work, bro.
What do you think it is that ONE FC is doing now that keeps this crowd going? I mean, word is I heard that that they were kind of suffering. Coach, you still there? He must be out. But it was something that he had said about it, I think, at one point about ONE FC, them kind of being close to maybe bankrupt or losing money.
Yeah, I think they're trying to get profitability. It's hard to say because they don't have to publicize the reality, you know what I mean?
Right.
We only got speculative articles that come out, you know what I'm saying? I know that the main thing with ONE FC is they took the time to build up their fan base by giving away the fights for free. So they generated an investment to help them run the promotion for X amount of time. And in that time, they used it to get their fan base as big as possible.
Okay.
And then for like sponsorships and advertisement revenue and stuff like that, they pretty much live off of that for the most part. And then they did like that 1X show, which was pay-per-view, but that was like one of the only pay-per-views they ever did or something like that. So they're mainly, with them, it's mainly about the massive numbers of social media following and just the number of fans that are tuning in on their free content. Yeah, man. They did a like completely risky move where they put it out for free in hopes of building up that fan base. And now on the back end they're trying to monetize. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Like with the whole YouTube thing. I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that Prime deal that they made is a good move for them?
Yeah,
that was, oh my goodness. When I saw that, I was like, man, ONE actually might pull it off. Because the cool part about Prime is
cool. I thought that was pretty cool too.
Yeah.
You know, one specific thing that they did that really impressed me. They included Herb Dean. That was one of the smartest fucking moves because the thing is, it's familiarity.
Yeah.
You know, that US audience, they're like, oh, I seen that guy on UFC shows. It's fucking genius. Like I love that they were smart enough to do that. And so
there's a lot of other elements that you can pull from to kind of get that familiarity too, without just recycling fighters that a lot of people, even casuals, know are like, you know, they've been through their paces already, you know?
Yeah, man. I love what ONE is doing, but ultimately, they still haven't 100% eliminated that weight cut. Because all too many times I've seen the like weigh-ins and hydration videos that they put out, and what'll happen is fighter will make weight, but they'll fail hydration. And then when they pass hydration, by the time they pass hydration, they're like 2, 3, 4 pounds overweight. And it's like, there's a very simple way to eliminate it. I can't reveal it here on the YouTube chat.
You always say that. Freaking
I can't though. I honestly can't. It's a very simple method. It's elementary. It really is. But I can't, because then someone can just, do it.
Uh-huh.
Who has better resources than me at the current moment. So, but yeah, there's
So
a way to
TVs.
limit. What's up? What's up?
So what's the I'm not a fighter, and I'm really just a fan. I'm a freaking hardcore fan, but I'm just a fan.
Mm-hmm.
What is the advantage of the weight cutting system?
The advantage of the weight cutting system is a couple things, right? Because I'm really looking into trying to get the female fighters over. And there's I honestly believe we've never seen the best of any fighter that we've ever seen in a cage. I honestly believe that because every single fighter we've ever seen in a cage had to do a weight cut prior to them getting in that cage. Like at least 99%, right? So imagine what they could do and what they'd be willing to do, knowing and feeling that they didn't dehydrate themselves 24 to 36 hours before that fight. And then not to mention all the grind that they had to go through during fight week to even prep themselves to dehydrate. You feel me? Like, we haven't seen the best of these fighters. We haven't.
That's more money out of their pocket too. Because they have to have a team around them to guide them through that weight cut. It's not something that a lot of fighters can do alone, unless they've done it a lot of times already. But not everybody for sure.
And then Mojo makes a great point too. Alex Pereira is taking huge advantage of the weight cutting system. The thing is, I'm not making excuses for Izzy, but it is a reality that I think they refer to it as like weight bullying. I think that's the term they use.
Yeah.
But yeah, ultimately it's like who can cut the most weight versus who's the most skilled fighter. And when you eliminate that weight cut, it really comes down to who's the more skilled fighter, who uses their preparation. Like if you can narrow it down to who prepared better for the fight, and then that's what decides the fight, that ultimately, in my opinion, it is a theory, but I feel like that is a fight that'll sell a lot more than who cut the most weight, who's the most athletic and just end up to cut the most weight. Like it. And then ultimately the fighters are willing to take more risks because they're not as drained and their chins hold up better. So they might, be able to get into that slugfest that the fans love, that blood and guts. You feel what I'm saying? Like there's so much more potential when they didn't have to go through that weight cut,
Yeah, well, like whenever Macy Chason said her skill training suffers when she moves to 135 because she has to run 40 miles a week. I'm sure there's, with her saying that, there's plenty of other fighters that feel the same way. They just ain't voicing it,
And the cool part is that, I know I'm supposed to think that my MMA promotion idea is cool, right? But I genuinely feel like when you talk about weight cutting, it affects the fans too.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody wins if you eliminate weight cutting, because how many fights? Just last week we were talking about Tracy Cortez speculating that she had to pull out potentially because of the weight drain.
Right.
So I don't know, man. I just feel like when you eliminate that, bro, it really increases the potential for the fights to be more exciting. And then obviously the rule change where, you implement a couple things to make the fights more exciting in that aspect, where you eliminate the downtime of the cage, and you know what I'm saying? Like, there's just so much that could be done that isn't being done because UFC sees the money coming in and they don't have that willingness to change how things are going because, they're profiting. So why would they change it?
Are you familiar with any other methods aside from like the hydration testing that the promotion, or I guess it would be the commissioning body, could put in place to try and curb that weight cutting? Like if they actually wanted to.
Like if they wanted to, like, just to give you an idea, like the NCAA is already doing something like that where they just have you weigh in like 30 minutes before the match, like for wrestling. This is weigh in 30 minutes before. No one's gonna weight cut if like there's some people that could really, if they really just were just so desperate to do it, they could try to work something, but 30 minutes, man, nobody's gonna be motivated to weight cut like that. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna go into that fight drained, and you know what I'm saying, it's not gonna go well for them more than likely.
They need to increase the weight tolerance, man. Like give them a range. I mean, to be honest, I always thought it should be like a 5-pound tolerance. Because I mean, like a 5-pound weight advantage, it's not going to give you a huge advantage in a fight. Okay, but they need to increase the tolerance because some people they just can't make the weight, and then you talking about draining them, and the kidneys start fucking up, and then the rest of your organs start shutting down because the weight cuts are so severe. If you've never done a weight cut, it's just the most miserable shit you can do. It's miserable.
I can only imagine.
It's very
Coach, you don't think 5 pounds, like when you consider that the divisions are separated only by 10 pounds, you don't think 5 pounds is excessive?
See, I don't think 5 pounds is going to do much to really stop like the outcome of the fight. Because think about how many fighters they've missed weight by 3 or 5 pounds, and then they still go in there and get their ass whooped. Like, I don't think that much weight is gonna really alter the outcome of the fight. Now, if somebody fighter come in 20 pounds heavier than you, okay, now that's a significant amount of weight. But I mean, just two pounds here, 3 pounds, even 5 pounds, it's not gonna affect the outcome of the fight. It's not. So they need to give them a tolerance, man.
So I'm asking because I don't know, and so excuse me if I sound a little bit ignorant, but like, so if on weigh-in day, one fighter weighs in at the at say 115 or 120,
yeah,
and the other fighter weighs in at so if we're going with 125, the other fighter weighs in at 130. What does each fighter weigh in at on fight night, like after rehydration?
See, I think they also make up a tolerance too. And okay, I tell you what, they would weigh if they're supposed to fight at 125 and they come in at 130. Man, realistically, some people can hydrate up to 145 to 150.
But coach, if you miss weight though, sometimes don't the UFC put a limit on how much you can rehydrate?
Damn,
they put not rehydrate, but they put a limit on how much you can weigh on fight night.
Yeah, there's a window that you have to stay.
Yeah, like if
I don't know how you
feel.
If
you miss weight, they'll only let you be so big on fight night.
Yeah, before they cancel the fight, right? Before they actually pull it, there's only like a certain weight it can be up to.
See, Stamina, that's why you need to be on the chat. That's why you need to be in here, Stamina.
If I'm gonna tell you though, the UFC, they'll let a lot of fights go on. But if they pull a fight because of weight, that person missed weight by a whole lot. Because when Nico Montano was gonna fight Valentina, Nico came in at like 155 pounds. Look, they were willing to let Nico fight if she came in at 150 pounds. Like, that's how bad they wanted to fight. So the UFC, for a pound here, a pound there, many times they won't even pull the fight. Like, they'll actually the fight will go on. But they lying to you though. If they pulling the fight over just a weight miss, nah, man, that person was overweight like by a lot. And you don't have to do much. Just look at the person who missed weight and the fight canceled. You can look at them and you can tell, like, damn, this person wasn't over by no 2 or 3 pounds. They was over by a lot. Like, you can see Nico and we're like, damn, Nico still got that buffalo ass back there. I mean, damn.
Yeah, you can see him.
He got no damn weight.
Yeah.
Nico was big coming into that fight.
Oh yeah.
So the scale is like a complete it's bullshit. Like when you see the weigh-ins, like on the weigh-in show or whatever,
it's not complete bullshit. I wouldn't call it complete bullshit. I would just say that there's what I think what everybody's trying to say is that even though the scale is what the scale is supposed to be the standard. There's still a window there.
I know, like certain fighters, like say a person's 155, they could easily cut. Like if their walk around weight could easily be upwards of 180. Like I think even Dustin Poirier was saying like he weighed at like 190 when he went to cut down to 155 at one point. Like it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy how much, especially the guys can cut.
Yeah, Aljamain Sterling. Aljamain Sterling said he walk around at 190.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Like 190.
Yeah, 190 pounds.
Fucking shit, bro.
And and Khabib was over 200. Khabib would get over 200 pounds. It just is what it is.
Aljamain Sterling would go to like 175 or something, and cut to 135. That's still a big weight cut.
Yeah, it's still a big weight cut for sure. But listen, y'all, listen. I'm 3 hours, man. Listen, I'm 3 hours and 10 minutes, man. I'm gonna have to peace out on y'all boys, man. y'all talking. Listen.
You got the dream team on tonight.
Efren, listen.
Oh, he's back.
Yeah, it was great. Efren, man, listen. You
of course I'm back, bro.
You came in on the last half of this stream, Efren. You know what I'm saying? And I wanna let you talk, bro. I want to hear some of your stuff on some of this WMMA. You know what I'm saying? But these open discussions, man. Yeah, I feel you, Combo. These open discussions, man. I'm gonna have to start doing these more because this was pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of letting it flow wherever it flows, and boom, we stuck on a topic, man. It was good, man. But
yo, Efren, real quick, not to cut you off, BJ. Real quick, man.
Sure.
Please, bro. Can you tell them all who's the GOAT? The real GOAT, that is.
But the record show,
Amanda,
but the show, James Press.
Just to make sure, real quick, bro, real quick. Tell them who's the GOAT, the real GOAT, that is.
Just tell them the record show.
I got the same kind of energy for the Queen, Joanna Jędrzejczyk. That's the GOAT.
That bingo.
Man, you talking about Bojangle check.
Now you speak
talking about damn Bojangle check over there.
I could be just as irrational. But she's retired, so if it was 6 months ago, I would be all up in the comments section with the same kind of energy. But she's retired now, so there's no point.
Bro, your girl got 4 L's total to the GOAT, the real GOAT.
Man,
4
but
L's,
the record show.
4 L's. No, we're not talking about the fake GOAT, bro. We're talking about
the record show.
JJ got 4 L's,
but the record show.
She got that ass.
That's all I got to say to you. Because right now, James, you ain't got a pot to piss in. Yeah.
Hey, Coach. Hey, Coach. Ain't it funny how James is completely capable of recognizing the record when it comes to the Dominic Reyes versus John Jones fight, but completely completely incapable of recognizing what Valentino.
Yeah, that's false, man. I keep the same energy.
Bro, let's scroll back to the chat. Hey, scroll back to the chat. Scroll back to the chat. Those your words, bro.
I said that Reyes won the fight, even though the record shows that John Jones fight just like the same thing. The record shows.
He said the record show.
Bro, I'm just going by just to appease coach a little bit, just to calm him down a little bit. I'm saying the record shows that Nunes won, but the truth is the GOAT, the real GOAT, countered that ass all night long.
Hey James, my point is, James, you can accept it. You can.
No, I don't accept it. I don't accept it.
Jones.
No, I don't accept it.
You can accept it for John Jones.
I don't accept it.
You can't accept it for Nunes.
No, I don't accept it for John Jones either. But Reyes won.
Yes,
Reyes won.
You said it here.
My man, I'm saying that. Bro, I'm saying that. Okay, but okay, listen. If I said it wrong, I'm saying it how it is now. In my mind, no. Just to clear it out, because I'm being honest. The truth is, Reyes beat that ass 3-2 easy, just like the GOAT, the real GOAT, beat that ass 3-2 easy. But in both cases, they lost on paper, but they still won. The truth is, they won and they got screwed. That's it.
Well, listen,
Reyes got
put it like this.
Of course, Reyes got screwed, bro. Of course, he got screwed.
Valentino didn't get screwed.
He got screwed. If John Jones ever lost a fight, if John Jones ever lost a fight, it was against Reyes, bro.
Well, listen, I'm gonna put this out here so we.
But the record show.
Who gives a shit about the record, bro? You're talking as if the judges never get it wrong. You're talking as if the judges never get it wrong, bro.
Okay,
you got it wrong.
James. Hey, James.
But the record show.
Y'all don't woke James up. James, Chris, I want you to give your closing thoughts before we get out of here.
The record show.
Well, another good chat. You got the dream team on tonight. You know, so you got those numbers up a little bit,
Yes, sir.
and just as long as you guys know who's the goat, the real goat, and who's the one, we're all good, man. You can hide. You can hide. You can hide behind the record as long as you want. It's all good, bro. 2023, bro. Santos will bow down. I would say
Just say the record show.
Grasso or Mano will bow down. And the fake goat, if she has the guts, she'll bow down again, bro. Again, bro, she'll bow down.
All right, guys.
I just got to hear you say the record show one more time, James. I just got to hear you say.
You got it like 3
I got to hear you say the record show. Just say it one more time, James. The record show. Just say it, please.
The goat, the real goat. Never forget, bro. Never forget.
I gotta disagree with James Perez, man. The real goat. The real goat is James Perez, dog.
James Perez.
Oh, you can never be four times and be the goat. I'm sorry, man. You can never be a quitter and be the goat, bro.
James,
later, folks.
James, hey James, do you live in the U.S.? Do you live in the U.S.?
No. I live in Montreal, bro.
Montreal, man. We got James Perez all the way on the mic from Montreal.
GSP shit, GSP country.
Yes, sir. Listen,
what time is it in Montreal?
What
time is it in Montreal?
Probably the same as in the US, bro. Like in New York, it's 11:23 at night.
That's what time it is where I'm at too, man. Hey, just so you know, James, my sister and I are planning on visiting Vancouver in the spring. So.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's a long way away.
Yeah, it's away. It's pretty far. Like cool. New York is closer. Canada is big, bro. Like you're going all the way down like to the west. But it's all good, man.
Well, listen,
man, I ain't gonna even lie, James, man. Hey, I went to Saskatchewan, man, and that's all, man. Look, I had a ball up there, boy. Them Saskatchewan women, boy, they see brothers, boy, they go crazy.
Here, I've never been to Saskatchewan, bro. Cause like I said, it's like pretty far, but because you got a distinction a little bit. Like Canada, you got provinces. Canada is the country. You got provinces that are like states, you could say, and then you got the cities. Quebec is like a state, you could say, and women here, but here it's like multicultural. You got everything. You got Black, Asian, everything here in Montreal. It's like pretty known, multicultural, and women here. Yeah, they're pretty good, bro. Much better than like Canadian women, like I don't know, like I said, I've never been to Saskatchewan and stuff, but like girls from here, bro, you got plenty to for all tastes,
Oh, James getting a little X-rated up in here. All right, James, I'm gonna have to get you out of here, man. It's good to have you, James.
All right, bro.
The record show.
All right, so I got the Coach Shelton Harrison. Go ahead, sir. Give us your closing arguments, man. Oh, okay. Well, we'll circle back to Coach. I'm gonna go to Brian Williams. Brian Williams, give.
Damn.
Go ahead, Coach. No, go ahead, Coach. Give your closing argument.
Damn. Look at Brian Williams over here laughing and shit. Coach Shelton Harrison. There never be no. Hey, man, appreciate y'all having me on. My closing thoughts, okay? And let me tell you something right now. You Wheelie fanboys, and I want y'all to listen to this real carefully, okay? You Wheelie fanboys, okay? Whether you like it, you don't like it, you bow down, you listen to it, because it's the best thing going today, okay? Hey, and for you and AM too, okay? You come jump on the coach right now. You jump on the live stream, and I'll slap the yellow right off your teeth. Salute.
Oh God, it's so funny. Coach Shelton Harrison, guys, you heard it. You heard him live in the face. Hey, Coach, I appreciate you coming through, man. I'm kicking you out of here because my ass is going to bed. Peace out. All right, so I'm gonna move to Brian Williams. Brian Williams, give your closing thoughts, bro.
Man, BJ, my closing thoughts are that, dude, this is always a blast. Always a blast. This is like freaking, let me not exaggerate and call it a dream come true, but to be on with BJ and Combo and Coach is a freaking thrill, man, because we all are freaking like-minded and, you know, really into this whole game of WMMA for the right reasons, right? We ain't simping, you know, we all have our simp moments, but we ain't simping over, you know,
because I'm
we
telling you,
simp.
We have our darlings.
Tabitha Ricci looked like she
Oh, the
tasted
golden
like,
goddess.
she looked like she tasted like a jar of molasses when she was at that fight interview. Boy, I'm telling you, I just wanted to smell her fingertips.
Just the fingertips. Just the fingertips.
That's all I needed. And Mackenzie Dern, when they showed Mackenzie Dern on that, when she was in that audience, I just wanted to breathe her air.
Sounded like a man who owns a fight kit or something.
Spoken like a true simp.
And Norma Dumont with all that, the cake queen, the goat, the real goat, Norma Dumont. You better believe it.
Oh, Lord.
Spoken like a true simp, man.
I didn't mean to cut y'all, Brian Williams. Go ahead and finish.
No, man. This is your channel. You make the rules, dude. You make the rules.
All right, Brian Williams, I'm kicking you out, bro. Appreciate you coming through.
Hey, let me say one last thing though, man. I spoke about you, Coach, and Combo, man, but hey, the homie Two Beast is the man. Yeah. You know, I feel the same way about Two Beast as I do about Stamina. Hopefully, Stamina takes a freaking link one of these days, because that dude is a god on the mic.
He didn't have enough smoke.
Stamina, and Two Beast keep everybody on task and respecting these fighters, man. But anyway, man, that's all I got to say, man. Peace to the chat. Peace to the homies on the mic. Y'all have a good night.
Good night, man.
Appreciate you.
I'm going to move to my boy Two Beast. Two Beast, give your closing thoughts, man.
First off, thanks for letting me come on. Sincerely appreciate it. And yeah, man, I want to change this shit. Like, everything we talk about, I want to change it. Like, it's just, I'm sick of it. The fighter's sick of it. And at the end of the day, it's not like it's impossible. You feel what I'm saying? It just takes a small, very small army of people that believe in women's MMA being better and MMA in general being better. So, yeah, nothing much other than like I said, James Prez is the GOAT. Valentina has to be third place, and then Amanda second place. But yeah, James Prez gotta be the GOAT, dog. That man is hilarious.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, Two Beasts, man. Appreciate you coming through. You out, bro.
Yes, sir.
Efren, sir. I know we didn't get to hear much from you, bro. You're gonna have to tune into these more often so that we can hear, you know, how you come through. You know what I'm saying? I like when people come through, like when Colostrum came through and spit what he had to say, you know what I'm saying, et cetera, et cetera. Ephraim, give your closing thoughts, bro.
Yeah, man, it's always interesting when you like hear people come on who've been in the chat who I haven't heard their voices before.
Right.
So yeah, I'm glad I worked up the nerve to jump on. It's cool. Two Beast, I kind of wish I would have went before you, because I wanted to say, like, I hope you do that thing with your MMA promotion and get it started and get something going, because that's what's badass. Like, that's what motivated me to want to get on and chop it up, because I like that kind of conversation and I like how he was trying to think outside of the box. So I was gonna say, man, fucking do it, be different, fuck rankings, run your promotion like sumo. There shouldn't even be rankings. There should be tiers. When everybody who becomes a champion should stay a champion forever, like Yokozuna. Look it up, man. I think it's dope. Yeah, man. Thanks for having me on. I hope to do it again soon.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, you have to come through again, bro. Thanks for being loyal, bro. I appreciate it.
All right, shout out to the chat too, man. See ya.
Shout out, yes, sir. Thank you, man. All right, guys, there you have it. 3 hours and 3.5 hours. Oh my Lord. Oh man, y'all wore me out tonight. I was planning on coming. I was supposed to be off here an hour and a half ago, man. Woof. Y'all was in for it tonight, and I loved every minute of it. I loved every single minute of it, guys. This was awesome. This was fun. This was, you know, everything that it was. You know what I'm saying? It was very fun. Very, very fun. I appreciate it, guys. But I'm just going to leave you guys with this, though. You know what I'm saying? Everybody will bow to the king, Casey O'Neill. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to throw that out there before everybody got off of this chat. You know what I'm saying? But your favorite fighter will bow to King Casey O'Neill. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Read it and weep. Go to bed tonight with that thought in your head that King Casey O'Neill is coming back. And when she comes back, she's going to beat up your favorite fighter. I want Natalia Silva on head on a platter. I want Natalia Silva's head on a platter. Do you hear me? I want to see King Casey O'Neill choke the life out of her. I'm ready for it. I want Macy Barber's head on a platter. Okay? Y'all heard what I said. No, I'm just joking, man. I'm just joking. But anyways, guys, I appreciate everybody that came through tonight. This was fucking awesome. You know what I'm saying? This was fucking awesome. Yeah, combo. Okay. Yeah, Antonina was supposed to too, right? Antonina was supposed to light up King Casey. Y'all thought that was gonna be a dub for Antonina Shevchenko. Stop playing, Colostrum. Stop playing. That's fake news. Is that fake news? Oh boy. Is that fake news? I'm looking. That's fake news. Stop, Colostrum. You stop it. Stop it, man. Man, stop playing with me, man. This guy, oh man, this guy is just such a troll. Colostrum, you're such a troll. You're such a troll, Colostrum. You're such a troll. I hate you, Colostrum. You never coming back on the show, bro. You're never coming back on the show. Oh God. Right, Brian Williams. Right, but you're right, Marcus Bell. Don't be surprised if that fight happens. I wouldn't be surprised. But man, it's just the reality of it is something else. Anyways, guys, y'all trying to open up a whole nother can. Colostrum, you know what? I see what you're trying to do. No, I'm not staying on here any longer, guys. This is your boy BJ back from No Filter MMA. Drop those comments in the comment section. Hit that like. Most importantly, guys, hit that like. And if you didn't give a damn about what I was saying, you know what I'm saying? Hit the dislike. It is what it is. But always remember, guys, whether you like it or dislike it, hit that subscribe button. And your boy is out. No Filter MMA signs off.